Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the historic Tomato Bowl in downtown Jacksonville, where we are finally ready for Texas high school football in the 5A classification as the Jacksonville Fightin Indians get set to take on the Crandall Pirates. Aaron Swink with you, along with Matt Montgomery down at field level as always, and I'm joined in the booth by our producer Ryan Travis and our statistician extraordinaire Mr. Todd Travis. And Matt, when we told our fans last year that we'd see them in the fall, we didn't know it would actually be fall before we were on the air, but here we are.
You know, they just played Cheap Trick on Game Time on the music, and that was the words of the song. They just seem a little bit weird, and that's about what a good description about what we've been experiencing across the world, but especially in Texas high school football, where the younger classes have already played 4 football games, and now the 5A and 6A, which includes Jacksonville and Crandall, here at Tomato Bowl. Finally, we get to kick it off here, and boy, I tell you, this stadium, Aaron, second year we'll start here in the newly remodeled Tomato Bowl. It's starting to become like a party. I mean, it's a pretty cool venue now. Not that the other one wasn't; it was more rustic, but with the music and the field and all the ambiance now, this is a really cool place to play a high school football game. It
absolutely is, and you got two teams ready to play, very ready to play. I mean, it has been a touch-and-go situation, as you said, since all around the world, but as far as high school football goes, since the spring, of course, lost spring football, lost most of the spring sports, and really just we've been sitting kind of waiting on pins and needles, and finally here we are.
Yeah, so definitely still a very fluid situation. Many teams had to cancel tonight. Nacogdoches will not play a football game until possibly the first district game against our Jacksonville Fightin Indians. And so there's a lot of teams. Henderson's had to cancel a couple of their ball games. And, yeah, again, it's a very fluid situation. So you just want to enjoy, as Wayne Coleman, you'll hear him in our show Smoke Signals here in a few minutes, talk about every game is huge because you don't know if you're going to get shut down, and that may be your last game. So play every game like it may be the last one you're going to get to play.
Yeah, Matt, we were talking before we came on the air, the Nederland game that Jacksonville has scheduled in 2 weeks, that one might be in a little bit of jeopardy as Nederland has had to cancel due to the virus down there, and then, of course, they'll have to quarantine, I think, for 2 weeks. So we could be their first opponent back, but could also put that Saturday afternoon game, as I said, in a little bit of jeopardy.
Nederland was scheduled to play Huntsville tonight, and they contacted them early in the week and said too many cases and tracing, so they canceled, and as you said, 2 weeks. And what Wayne Coleman and I were talking about is if you do have to quarantine for 2 weeks and you don't get to play, and do you have to have a full week of practice? I mean, you have to have 2 full weeks of practice, they say, with pads before you can play a game. So I don't know how that's going to work. Are they going to make an exception for that? I don't know. So nevertheless, we are going to play football here tonight. Jacksonville versus Crandall. The Crandall Pirates, first time ever Jacksonville will be facing the Pirates of Crandall, just up 175. And the Crandall Pirates, Class 4A Division I last year, went 10-3. And again, 3 deep is with 26 Letterman back. Their quarterback is back. And so they have a lot of talent in Crandall. New head coach Kyle Harden coming over from McKinney North, where they had one of the more prolific offenses in the state of Texas. And according to Wayne Coleman, he's moved a lot of the Crandall players, the best athletes, on the offensive side of the ball. So we kind of know what they're going to do. They will spread the field, and Jacksonville will bring back their starting quarterback from last year, Patrick Clater, threw for 2,061 yards. Last year for Jacksonville, had a really stellar junior year. This year, Aaron, I think you'll see Patrick become even more of a leader. He may not have all the passing yards because last year that's pretty good, 2,000 yards, because Jacksonville may have a better running game this year. We'll talk more about that as the night goes on. But Wayne Coleman beginning his 6th year in Jacksonville. as the head coach and athletic director after making the playoffs in years 2 and 3. The last 2 years have been kind of tough as the Indians went 3-7 last year, or 2 years ago, 2-8 last year. But it looks like, Aaron, the program appears to be turning the corner. Numbers are up across the program. We may field 2 freshman teams this year. It's possible that may happen. Yeah. So it is going up.
Yeah, glad you mentioned that, Matt. This is, again, being a year where you lose spring football and things are just kind of up in the air. You might have expected numbers to be down here in Jacksonville, but as you said, they're up, and the lower classifications, the underclassmen, lots of players, lots of good players down there as well.
No doubt, and you'll see a mixture tonight of 26 seniors on this Jacksonville varsity. That's the most seniors, the highest number of seniors that Wayne Coleman has had in his previous 5 years here, or 5 years in Jacksonville, this being his 6th year. So he's got a big senior class. The problem is the junior class, there's only 6 juniors on the roster. The rest of the team is made up of sophomores and 2 freshmen. Guys played 8th grade last year, 2 freshmen, Carmelo Claiborne, and a big running back you're going to hear a lot about. And if you're going to hear me say the big fella a lot. 6'2", 230-pound freshman Jaden Boyd. His dad was Mark Boyd, a great player for Jacksonville in the early 2000s at defensive back. And so a lot of mixture of veteran players and younger players. But again, Aaron, it's that 9th grade class and freshman class. And as we go more into the broadcast, I'm going to talk about their first 2 games last night, both of them nail biters, and we'll talk more about that.
So the teams continue to get ready here. Jacksonville in the gold pants, the blue jerseys with the blue helmets tonight. Talking to Lee Traylor, Matt, before the ball game, these uniforms kind of a throwback to the 90s for the Fightin Indians.
Yeah, I haven't seen the gold pants with the combo and the blue jersey in a long time, so it's nice to see that come back. And, boy, you sure would like to have some of those 90-type football teams playing some of the talent that was on those teams. Maybe they're coming, we'll see. Folks, this part of our countdown to kickoff is sponsored by Micah Hoffpower and Texas Farm Bureau. Micah is ready to help you with all your life, home, and all your auto insurance needs. So give Micah Hoffpower a call at Texas Farm Bureau. Appreciate Micah sponsoring this part of our countdown to kickoff. I tell you guys, watching Crandall warm up, there's some good-looking kids down there. Talked about that in pregame, and man, you can watch somebody on film, but when you see them warm up and you actually see them, there's some. They have some size. They have some really good skill kids. So this is going to be quite a challenge for Jacksonville this first game. New offensive coordinator for Jacksonville, Josh Moore. As Randall Kennedy has gone back to Gilmer. Josh Moore has professional coaching experience actually in Canada and the XFL before they got shut down. And Coach Moore is not new to the area. He lives in Palestine. He coached at Palestine actually 1 year. He comes over and brings a pretty diverse offense to add to what Wayne Coleman's been doing here in Jacksonville. You'll see a lot more short passing game, and I mentioned the running game a moment ago. You'll see Dino Hinojosa. You'll see Bryson Tatum, who also is a 3-year starter at linebacker for Jacksonville. He'll get some carries. And, of course, I mentioned Jaden Boyd, the freshman, and you'll see Macaulay Williams also getting some carries for Jacksonville. So offensive line, Aiden Gay's back. He's 6'2", 285. He's a junior leading that offensive line. So a little bit bigger offensive line, maybe a little bit more athletic. So Wayne Coleman says, maybe try to control the football more this year, throw a little bit more wide and kind of spread the defense out instead of going so vertical. And that's something that he really wants to try to establish here in these hopefully three non-district games.
Well, Matt, when you lose the caliber of receivers to graduation that Jacksonville did, certainly that's a consideration you've got to make. Was glad to hear that the Pac-12 is going to play some football this year. Hopefully, Chris Carpenter will actually get some college reps this year. Was a little worried about that.
Yeah, I looked him up last night when I heard the Pac-12 was going to be playing. He's going to be wearing number 81, so that's a new number that we're not familiar with after watching Chris have such a fantastic career here in Jacksonville. And, boy, we wish him well. And, of course, the Pac-12 is only going to play 7 games. So, if I'm Chris, maybe think about it. It'd be nice to have a redshirt year. But Jacksonville is having to replace guys. 78% of their offense last year was produced by 3 receivers and Patrick Clater at quarterback. That is something that Wayne Coleman says has to change for the Fightin Indians to compete in the new district. By the way, Jacksonville isn't a new district this year, but it's kind of not so new. The only change is Jacksonville lost Lindale, who dropped down to 4A Division I, and we picked up Texas High. So that is not a good swap, in my opinion, as last night Texas High destroyed John Tyler at Rose Stadium 41-21, and I watched some of that game online. Oh, my gosh. Texas High looks really good, guys. To me, they're the team to beat in the district.
Well, we kind of thought that might be the case coming into the year, and they definitely showed it last night.
Wow, just a really good football team, really good. Again, Crandall, we mentioned this is the first meeting between Jacksonville and Crandall, and this is a game that was originally on the schedule and did not have to be replaced because Crandall's 5A and they couldn't start either. So the games that Jacksonville had to replace, Palestine and Henderson, were replaced by Cleburne. Will be coming in next week, another first-time opponent for Jacksonville. And, of course, you mentioned Nederland for that Saturday, 2 weeks from tomorrow, Saturday at 2 o'clock, the Nederland Bulldogs. There's another blast from the 90s, if you will, although they did play a couple times in the early 2000s. Crandall now has gone inside. Jacksonville's still warming up. Haven't put the shoulder pads on just yet. Slow crowd coming in. Of course, we can only have 50% capacity, Aaron. The Jacksonville High School band is in the south end zone on the concrete and not in the stands to make room for fans. So that's nice of Donnie Berry and his crew to give up their prime seating because that's not the best seating in the house to see a football game in that end zone.
Well, as long as the Fightin Indian band is in the Tomato Bowl, they're going to be good. So we're glad that they were able to be here. Obviously, we're just not sure exactly how all these rules and regulations were going to come down, but glad to see that the band and the cheerleaders and the Charmers and everybody's still getting to be a part of the experience. It's a little different, but you want a little bit of that normalcy.
Absolutely. And for our listeners that have tuned us in on the live stream right now, be aware that at 7:30 on the kickoff, you're going to be able to see the football game. So that's the cool thing. The UIL announced recently that because of the seating restrictions at 50%, teams could stream their games live. So that's what I've been doing the last 4 Friday nights. I've been watching high school football games. I've actually had 2, one on my iPad and one on my big screen, watching high school football games. And so if you're listening to us right now, be aware that at 7:30 when that kickoff hits, you're going to be able to see the game. We have cameras on the field, upstairs, all over the place. You will not see another high school game, I think, visually like you're going to be able to see the one here tonight at Tomato Bowl. So congrats to Lee Traylor, and I appreciate Ryan Travis, our producer, working with him and getting that all ready, because it, to me, is going to be something Jacksonville fans are going to really like, because it is going to be on our YouTube channel if you're watching it right there. And so people, if they're at the game or they want to go back and watch it, it'll be there for you. JHS-sports.com. Just look for it on YouTube and you can watch the game.
YouTube, Facebook, of course, on the website itself, and Twitch, I think, right, Ryan? Twitch as well. I'm not really a Twitch guy yet. But
I'm not either. I'm not a gamer, so I guess that's probably why.
I think that may be it. But plenty of ways for you to join us in live video. A lot of folks were asking us last season, why can't we get the live video? Why can't we watch the game? And unfortunately, that's how the UIL rules had been. But they have, as you said, Matt, changed the rule a little bit. Obviously, a good thing, because not as many folks getting to come into the stadium. So great. And as you said, Lee and his crew probably do some of the best video production in Texas at the high school level, especially. And these are students. These are Jacksonville high school students that just do a fantastic job, and they put on your smoke signals show every week with
Absolutely.
Coach Coleman, and
fantastic,
do an incredible job with that as well.
Yeah,
so.
and I think that UIL is actually, that to me, they've opened up a Pandora's box here, because you're going to get a lot of fans who are going to get really spoiled this year from being able to stream their football teams, their own football teams, not just watching the UIL state championship games from Jerry World, but literally getting to watch every game streamed. So I'm just wondering how the UIL is going to handle that next year when the demand for being able to watch your high school game, and the whole theory behind that is, they don't want fans staying home. They want them coming out to the games, which I think is crazy because college football games and programs, they're all sold out. So, people aren't staying home to just watch. So I'm hoping that the UIL is going to allow this to continue because I just think it's an added benefit for parents, for the players to be able to go back home and watch their games on a rebroadcast mode. It's going to be a really cool deal, so I'm hoping they'll do that. I've told people I think the way it's going to get, the way that they'll do it, Aaron, once the UIL figures out how they can make a little money on it, they'll say, let's do it.
You said it. Well, Matt, it is 7 o'clock. That means it's just about time to hear from head coach Wayne Coleman and the Wayne Coleman Show.
And let me slip in one more time. I want to thank
absolutely.
Micah Hoffpower and Texas Farm Bureau for sponsoring this part of our countdown to kickoff. Micah's ready to help you with all your life insurance, home, and auto insurance needs. Give Micah a call. Again, we appreciate the former major leaguer Micah Hoffpower in Jacksonville class of 1998 sponsoring this part of our countdown to kickoff. Aaron, now I'll throw it back to you for the smoke signals.
Yeah, thanks very much, Matt. We'll throw it over to Ryan to cue up smoke signals with Coach Wayne Coleman.
Dr. Folden, Dr. Westbrook, Dr. Rutherford, and their dental team at All Smiles provide a wide range of dental services. This includes cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, implants, and cosmetic dental care. Call and schedule your appointment at 903-586-0741.
Hello, Fightin Indian fans. Welcome back to Smoke Signals. I'm Matt Montgomery, along with head football coach and athletic director Wayne Coleman. Fightin Indians finally getting on the field this week at Tomato Bowl against the Crandall Pirates. Coach, it's been 2020. We don't have to talk about how crazy it's been, obviously, but very unusual circumstances, obviously, for high school football, for everything in society. Talk a little bit about what a weird spring it was, and in the summer, and how you got to this point.
Sure. Of course, it started in the spring, and all the sports got canceled. Some of the spring sports, baseball and softball and soccer and track, those guys all got canceled in the middle of their seasons, which that also ran into spring football, which normally you would have an opportunity to get your team ready. It just continued through the summer, up and down, everybody on edge trying to figure out, are we allowed to work out this week, not allowed to work out this week? All the way into the beginning of the school year. We had the season pushed back a month by the UIL for the 5A and 6A schools. So it's really been, I guess the word is fluid.
Yeah.
Everything changing, and we're just trying to swim and keep up with it.
A coach's dream and a team's dream is to be playing in December. Well, you got your wish. You're going to be playing in December now with the season pushed back a month. New district, the only change is you lost Lindell and you picked up Texas High.
Yeah, we lost a good program and we picked up a good program. So it was an even swap. They've got maybe a few more kids, maybe a little more size at Texas High, a little more speed. But Lindell's got a great team this year also. So it's going to be a competitive district.
Coach, let's talk about your team. I think something like I figured up over 75% of your offense graduated with those three receivers, but you've got some really good skill kids coming. It's going to be a mixture of senior leadership and your quarterback, Patrick Clater, of course, and Bryson Tatum's back, but you've got a mixture of a lot of young players as well. We
do. We've got some young kids on the varsity this year, but we've got a big senior class, some kids that have been in the program, 23, 24 seniors on this year's team. So there's some kids that have invested, some kids that have got a lot to look forward to their senior year, and I'm glad they're getting to play.
Yeah, there's a lot of those young men that contributed at the JV level. Then they're going to step up at the varsity level. In their 1 year, some of them were there as juniors, and they're going to contribute.
Sure, and it's that's what the program is about. That's why we have those sub-varsity programs to get the kids ready, and it's their turn now, and they've got some big shoes to fill in some of our kids that played last year.
Let's talk about your numbers in this unusual time we're in. Where did you see a fall off in numbers of players coming back?
Actually, we've got a boom in numbers. Our freshman class is a really big class. We've got over 50 kids out there playing right now, which is our biggest class in years. And our sophomore class was a big class last year as freshmen. So those two classes back to back make up a pretty good size freshman and JV team for us.
So you may be able to split the freshmen and maybe have two teams, or you're just going to have the one team?
Yeah, we're going to try to play 2 games when we can with the freshmen. If nothing else, try to at least get some extra scrimmage time with some of the freshman kids.
Again, with the season backed up like it has been, y'all were in shorts for a while, and then you couldn't get into the helmets and the pads until later on. How has that process been, and just kind of keeping the kids engaged, because it gets to a point where you want to hit somebody, and finally you got to do that.
Yeah, there's no doubt. It was a long haul for the kids, and we kind of erred on the side of overworking them. There were a lot of different ways you could have approached it. There were a lot of schools that during the summer, even though the UIL allowed us to work them out 5 days a week, a lot of schools chose to just work them out 3 or 4 days a week. Especially once they found out that the football season got pushed back a month. We chose to go the other way. We wanted to get as much work in as we could, because we didn't want to take a chance on getting shut down at some point and then feeling like, boy, we wish we would have gotten some extra time in. So our kids have grinded and are really more prepared than they've ever been for the first game.
Well, they finally got a chance last week. You went down to Lufkin and met the Cleveland Indians, a Class 5A program toward the Houston area. Met them for a scrimmage, and Coach, I went and saw some really good things.
Yeah, we played really physical, which was good. There's that old saying in football, you want to be the hammer and not the nail. Mm-hmm. And our kids were definitely the hammer Thursday night. Our kids were very physical. We didn't execute some stuff on the offensive side, didn't complete some big passes that should have been touchdowns. But that's not my biggest concern. As a coach, you always want your team to be the most physical team, and we definitely were last week.
Well, you won the dead period with one score, and then you won the live quarters 13-7. All 3 of the scores were touchdown passes. I really was impressed with the running game, Coach. The offensive line blocked pretty well, and you have 3 pretty solid running backs. Yeah,
we do, and we've got Hinojosa and Tatum coming back from last year's team, and they carried the ball last year, and they're going to do a good job for us again this year. The passing game is going to be a little different. It's going to be a little more spread the field wide versus vertical this year, so that's going to hopefully open up some running lanes.
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. You had new offensive coordinator, and he's kind of brought some different wrinkles to it. And as you said, last week there was about 4 or 5 touchdown passes, and the wind was blowing, and you got to get your timing down. But your passing game is going to add a few more wrinkles this year, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. We've worked real hard on our short to intermediate game compared to the past. The last couple of years we've had some really good top end speed out wide, and we've taken advantage throwing the ball over the top. And we've had some success doing that. I think when you have that style of offense that we've had the last couple of years, that puts extra pressure on your defense, because those big passes are hit and miss, and you can go out there and score in 1 or 2 plays, and the defense got to go back out. Or you can go out there and go 1, 2, 3 and out, and it puts the defense right back out there. We're looking to get a little more of a ball control passing game, and hopefully by doing that, by spreading the field sideline to sideline instead of end zone to end zone, we can create more running lanes inside.
Exactly, and I remember last year there was a lot of 2nd 11s and 2nd 13s and 3rd and 8, yeah. And if you can get that down to 3rd and 2, a lot of those, that will certainly make a difference in the game, and your defense as well, keeping them off the field.
Yeah, we want to help our defense by what we're doing on offense. We want it to be complementary football.
Defensively, were you pleased with how the defense performed last week? You talked about them hitting pretty good.
Yeah, we're very physical. We played against, I guess you call it the old single wing spinner back offense, yeah. And that's something, we don't spend any practice time preparing for a scrimmage. So they had some X's and O's that were a little different, yeah. But for the most part, our kids did a good job of handling it.
Well, let's talk about scheduling with this COVID thing and pushing the season back a month. And the smaller schools got to play. You lost Henderson and Palestine, but you replaced them with Cleburne and one of Jacksonville's old foes from the 90s, Nederland, who you're familiar with. Crandall's coming to town. That was originally scheduled, so they still get to keep that on the schedule. Talk about the Crandall Pirates. This is a new 5A program. They went 3 deep, I believe, last year in Class 4A.
Yeah, they had a lot of success last year in 4A, and their numbers, their enrollment pushed them up to 5A Division II with us. So it's going to be a challenge. They're very talented. Their quarterback's athletic. They've got athletic receivers. Their new coach comes in from, I think he was the OC at McKinney North, and he did a good job over there. So they're going to be very explosive on the offensive side of the football. We're not sure what they're going to bring to the table on defense. We don't know what coaching changes they've made there. So it's going to be a little bit of a guessing game for us there.
And then the following week, and by the way, I know the Fightin Indian fans are very pleased with the job you did. You got 6 home games at Tomato Bowl this year, so you were able to gather for one, and that one of those games is Nederland. It's going to be on a Saturday at 2 o'clock, so a little bit of a scheduling change there. Interesting how that came together, Coach, when everybody saw how the UIL was going to split the seasons and how you guys were scrambling. Talk about how that worked out.
Yeah, it kind of turned into a mad scramble whenever the UIL announced that the 5A and 6A were going to start a month later. Well, that meant all of the 5A games that were scheduled with 4A teams all across the state all ended up getting canceled in the first 3 weeks. And so you had all these teams across the state scrambling to find games, and we were kind of in the catbird seat from the standpoint of when I realized everybody started calling, it was like, I'm not going to make any decisions right now until I get the exact things we want. And what we wanted people to travel to the Tomato Bowl, and we wanted to play at home. And so we were able to get that against some quality opponents, some really good programs. And it's going to be an exciting non-district schedule.
Yeah, last year Tomato Bowl had 4 playoff games in its first year, so a lot of people want to come to Jacksonville and experience the new Tomato Bowl, if you will. So back to the Crandall Pirates. Talk about what they do offensively and how your defense is going to have to contend with them. You mentioned the athletic quarterback.
Sure, they're very similar to us offensively. They'll go 4 wide, or they'll go 3 wide with a H-back in the backfield. So very similar to us on offense. They like to play up tempo. They're going to play the game really fast, try to tire your defense out. It's very important that we win on first down defensively, and we've got to contain their quarterback.
Yeah, is he a scatter quarterback? Yeah, he just kind of gets around like the Pine Tree quarterback.
Yeah, very athletic kid. We just got to keep him from getting out of the pocket.
So talk about your offense. What will you do? I mean, I know what you're going to do, but tell our fans kind of what you're going to do against Crandall. And do you show this much in these non-district games?
Yeah, we have to. With the new stuff that we've put in, we've got to try to, get into a rhythm and get good at our offense. You can't really afford to hide stuff. And to be honest with you, we're not taking any game for granted. We're not assuming that we're going to get to play 10 games this year. We're going to try to play every game like it's the last game, and you have to approach it that way. There are no guarantees.
Yeah. A lot of schools going through that, cancel games, and then you come back and you got to sit for 14 days, and hopefully that won't happen. Coach, from a team standpoint, the Fightin Indians, this is your 6th year in Jacksonville. They come to Tomato Bowl Friday night. What are they going to see different about your offense when they come in and watch the game? Anything?
Yeah, well, a couple things. They might actually see us line up in a huddle. We're going to be a little more, I would say, pro-style looking. There will be times where we want to go into the huddle and call our plays, give our quarterback a chance to communicate with our kids in the huddle. There will be times where we go up tempo. We've been no huddle for the last 5 years, but we haven't really been up tempo no huddle. So we're trying to mix it up so that it's a little more difficult on the defensive side of the ball to prepare for what we're doing. And then we've got, the new faces. You're going to recognize some of the old schemes that we use, and then you're going to see some things like I've never seen them do that. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be a mix of the old and the new, and I think it's going to give our kids a little better opportunity for success.
Just about every level, high school, college, pro, the quarterback position is a key. And you have a good one in Patrick Clater coming back. Started all 10 games last year as a junior. Really has gotten bigger and stronger. I know you're excited about having him back and some of the young receivers. But that running game, adding that, I know is going to be exciting as well.
It is, and we purposefully didn't run Patrick very much last year. We didn't want to get him hurt. We didn't have a lot of depth at the quarterback position. We've got a little more depth this year at that position, so we're not going to be afraid to run him. He has gotten bigger and stronger and faster, and those are all great qualities. The number one quality with Patrick, though, he's just a great person, great human being, great student, straight A student. He's a great leader for our football team.
Coach, talk about the keys to the game for Jacksonville to get the win against Crandall.
It's so cliche, but if you watch the Cowboys game, turnovers, take care of the football, and make the other team beat you. We tell the kids all the time, more games are lost than won. People usually find a way to lose games, and we watched a high school game Friday night where one team turned the ball over 3 times in the first half, and they were down 21, and then in the second half, the other team turned it right back over, and it's just turned into a early season. Turnovers are huge, and the thing that people don't want to talk about, kicking game.
Yeah.
Don't lose the kicking game. Make sure that you're fundamentally sound there.
And you have an interesting situation. I mean, you having to replace people in your kicking game. You had a 3-year starter punter, graduated.
Yeah,
so.
I've got to replace our punter and our kicker. So we've got some work to do there.
Yeah. Well, it's Jacksonville versus Crandall, 7:30 kickoff Friday night at Tomato Bowl. We'll be on the air at 6:45 on jhs-sports.com. And Fightin Indian fans, don't forget, you can watch the games this year besides just hearing the audio, but you'll be able to live stream it. We hope you tune in. And don't forget, you can catch the games on jhs-sports.com on our YouTube channel. So just search for it, jhs-sports.com. For head coach Wayne Coleman, I'm Matt Montgomery. We'll see you next time right here on Smoke Signals.
And that was head coach Wayne Coleman with Smoke Signals. And Matt, as he said, ball control going to be a big part of what the Indians do this year, and also mixing up the tempo and a huddle. Really?
A huddle.
Wow.
How about that?
I'll tell you.
I told you Josh Moore's brought some new wrinkles to this football team, and since Wayne Coleman's been here, I remember asking him when he got here, I said, "You going to huddle?" He said, "Nah. We'll never huddle." Here he is in year 6 huddling.
Never, yeah,
but it's
never.
not going to. It won't be every time, but it's going to be in certain situations.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think the goal, obviously, as he said, the goal with that is clock management and ball possession, and however you can get that advantage, you want to try to take it.
And again, we talked about this in our earlier segment. Sometimes your best defense is your offense, and if you can keep your defense off the field against some of the more prolific offenses that Jacksonville faces in the district. What are we, District 9, 5A Division II? Is
That's
that
it.
what it is? Yeah.
That's right.
And there's some really good offenses. So, you want to help your defense out by keeping them off the field. And when you're looking at the whole goal, Aaron, is to keep your offense on the field and not get into situations like 3rd and 12, 2nd and 11. Those were situations Jacksonville found themselves in so many times last year that this year they're hoping to get those 3rd and 4s and then pop it in for a first down and just control the football. Keep your offense on the field as long as possible, and that'll mean a little bit of huddling too to milk that clock some. Charmers on the field, Aaron, starting to look more and more like a Jacksonville Fightin Indian home game. They got the run-through helmet with the feathers. Not sure that they were supposed to have a run-through, but don't tell anybody.
Well, nobody told the Crandall Pirates either if that was the case.
Yeah, I guess you can't have them. I don't know.
One of Jacksonville High School's greatest traditions is the pregame Flaming J.
Well, and now the Flaming J will be lit. The new Flaming J, a little different. We talked about this last year, Matt.
Is it different? I haven't known. Is this new?
Well, a little different than it had been before the remodel. Let me put it that way.
It's very close to the band.
It sure is. I hope it's a little bit more of a flame this year too.
Yeah, that'd
be nice.
That was kind of what I was trying to say without saying.
So here's the Jacksonville School song with the lighting of the Flaming J, which so far it hasn't been lit. It's lit on the scoreboard.
It looks nice for the people at home.
Yeah,
Matt.
this may be the high school football equivalent of a Zoom call. we maybe just doing the virtual broadcast at
That's
this
good.
point.
Good,
Yeah.
Aaron, good. So, Todd, you're saying that's what the people at home are seeing.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great. A little nostalgic there for those listeners that I heard were going to be live streaming tonight in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and other places.
Yeah, if you follow us on Facebook or any of our other social media platforms, you can always check in, let us know where you're listening from or watching from this year, as the case may be. It's always great to hear from fans all over the world, Matt.
Absolutely. Folks, this part of our countdown to kickoff is brought to you by our good friends at Dairy Queen on South Jackson. Gene Brumelo, JHS class of 1967, and his daughter, Ann Farmer, class of 2006. We appreciate Gene and Ann sponsoring this part of our countdown to kickoff, the South Jackson Dairy Queen. Appreciate them sponsoring this part as Crandall now comes onto the field. A little bit, kind of an early entrance for the Pirates, as we still have a little bit of time to go before kickoff, as the Fightin Indians are still in their respective dressing room, and the Pirates are already on the sidelines. Maybe they just need to warm up a little bit more since getting such a late start here in this season. September 25th. Wow. Well, you know, the first game at Tomato Bowl in 1940 was in September, so I think it was September I'm messing up here, but I think somebody will correct me. I believe it was like September 14th. I think that's what it was. We're not too far away from that.
It actually feels a little bit more like football weather, maybe quite as cool as we would like it, but it's not 100 degrees, Matt.
Oh, man, I got long sleeves on because it's going to get a little bit cool tonight. And usually this time on the first game, it's like 101.
And I currently serve as the mayor of Jacksonville, Texas. I'm really happy that you've chosen to come to the game tonight.
Still waiting on Jacksonville now, as Crandall is really getting a head start. I think they thought kickoff was 7:25.
Really exciting things
They're already lining up now for the playing of the national anthem. Jacksonville is still not yet lined up under the run-through to come out.
Thanks for coming, and I hope you enjoy it.
Mayor Randy Gorham now on the screen welcoming people to the Tomato Bowl. What a great job he's done as mayor, huh?
I think here in a minute, Matt, they're going to have that pre-run out video. We're going to let the folks at home watch that with full sound, because it's pretty epic.
Let's do that.
If you've ever been to Death Valley in Baton Rouge and seen the Saturday Night in Death Valley video, a little homage to that. It's pretty epic, as you said. Here we go, Ryan. Let's see.
It may be a few minutes.
When they cue that up, you'll want to catch Lee Traylor and his crew's handiwork. They did a fantastic job on that as well.
I'll tell you,
first time he sent that to me, Matt, I got goosebumps.
I don't think I've seen it. I mean, I haven't seen it.
They played it last year.
Did they?
Yeah.
Matt's always busy in pregame.
I'm talking to people.
True, yeah.
I'm talking to people, warting them, bothering them.
Well, you gotta get your handshake from Matt Montgomery.
Yeah.
How are you gonna do that this year, Matt? You doing elbow bumps down there?
I'm waving.
Waving.
Just a little respective wave at
sort
him.
of that socially distanced.
Kind of a salute, maybe.
Yeah.
And so the Indians now in the headdress, getting ready to come out for game one. Jacksonville versus the Crandall Pirates. Just moved up to Class 5A. This is in a game that was originally scheduled. And now they are finally going to get to kick it off after what a layoff, man. I mean, they went home for spring break, and they didn't come back. And you had some workouts in the summer, and then the UL pushed it back. I mean, it's just been a waiting game. So it's so good to see both teams get an opportunity to play, the Charmers, the cheerleaders to cheer. It's just going to be a great night here at Tomato Bowl. Here it comes.
Go.
Here's that video.
It is 80 years of tradition and excellence. It is a pilgrimage through downtown to the stadium on the hill. It is historic. It is iconic red rock and a J made of flame. It is the season of fall and football in the Lone Star State. It is where legends are born and perseverance reigns supreme. It is where a proud city comes to cheer its Indians to victory. It is Friday night in the historic Tomato Bowl.
Yeah, not bad at all.
I've seen that one. That's beautiful. What a great job. Oh.
I tell you, this media, we're going to say it all season because we're getting to actually share their video with the fans, but this media group here at JHS is just something else, just fantastic.
Unbelievable. I mean, I have friends of mine in the DFW area that they look at our stuff that's produced by our kids, and they can't believe it. They're in the 6A school districts. They don't have those kind of productions. It's really amazing what kind of job they do.
Yeah, and we're really excited to get to bring our fans into it. We've gotten to enjoy all of it for the last few years, but this year, thanks to the UIL, we're getting to share it with the fans, and that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the Tribe getting ready to come out of the north end zone now, and here they come.
Your 2020 Jacksonville Fightin Indians.
Well, Lee Trader was right, guys. Those jerseys, those new jerseys are definitely a throwback to the 1990s for Jacksonville. Of course, the gold pants you already mentioned, but heck, I forgot about those stripes across those shoulders.
Yeah, it's the.
I mean, wow! It feels like 1997.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Kind of the Indianapolis Colts look, or an LSU look to the stripes.
And Aaron, you won't have a problem spotting those numbers.
I'll tell you what, gold on blue, that's the way to go.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, performing tonight's student expression is Jacksonville High School senior student Jaslyn Gomez. Ms. Gomez is a member of the JHS EMT program, HOSA Future Health Professionals.
Yeah, Matt, just looking down at this home sideline, it's pretty full there. The numbers, as we said, are up. And lots of fighting Indians down there, and that's good to see.
Yep, 43 on the roster.
Father in heaven, I ask of you today to watch over not only every foot that steps onto the field, but each organization participating tonight. I pray that you give each player the courage to play in a manner that is pleasing to you, and that you guide each team tonight to play with sportsmanship. Help our bodies to be strong, to play fair, avoiding wrong. Lastly, may the victorious stay humble throughout their win. In our Father's name, amen.
Nice.
Jacksonville High School band now with the playing of the national anthem.
Yeah, just going to say a nice prayer there to get started. And now, Donnie Barrier's Fighting Indian Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your hats as we honor America and those who protect our freedoms both at home and abroad. Tonight, the flags are being raised by members of the Cub Scout Pack and Boy Scout Troop 403. Please join the Jacksonville High School Fightin Indian Band under the direction of Mr. Donnie Barrier as they play our national anthem.
Jacksonville High School band with the playing of the national anthem. I don't know if I can speak for Todd and for Ryan there, but I know when I played, I didn't get nervous during warm-ups. I didn't get nervous pregame. When they played the national anthem, that's when I started getting nervous because that's when it was about to be on. What a great job by Donnie Barrier as the captains now will meet at midfield. And it's Patrick Clater for Jacksonville. The senior quarterback threw for over 2,000 yards as a junior. Mason Daugherty representing the Crandall Pirates.
And for the Crandall Pirates, number 8, Mason Daugherty.
And interestingly, it looks like, Matt, they are keeping it to one captain per side. You got to think that may have a little bit to do with the social distancing protocols.
We're going to see a lot of things a little bit different this year. And totally agree, Aaron. I think that's exactly why they're doing that. And I haven't gone out there for that reason. It's obvious they don't want a bunch of people out there. So I'm not going to go out there and stick my mic in there and do all that. So I'm keeping my distance as well. And also, a lot of times they do this coin toss anyway before the ball game anyway. So the official just now signals, and Jacksonville looks like they're going to defer, going from right to left, south to north. Crandall will get the football first.
If you are a medical worker, law enforcement officer,
right now they're honoring the first responders on the field,
city, county, or state worker,
and across the stadium.
Or serving in our nation's military, would you please rise and allow us to honor you?
Yeah, they're having our first responders that are in attendance stand around the stadium. A great gesture from JISD.
We thank you for your selfless service to our community.
So Jacksonville versus Crandall at Tomato Bowl. Fighting Indians will tee it up. They will kick it off. Junior Santos Aguilar, returning from last year as the kicker. Remember, Wayne Coleman is having to replace both his kicker and his 3-year starting punter, Chris Carpenter, tonight and this season. But Aguilar got some experience last year kicking the ball, so he will be kicking off for Jacksonville. Dropping back for Crandall will be number 7, Samuel Omagushko. Y'all help me with that one.
I think you got it.
We're set to go. Deep. Tomato Bowl for the Bill McRae Ford kickoff. Glad you're with us here on JHS-sports.com. Jacksonville versus Crandall to kick off 2020 here at Tomato Bowl. And with your play-by-play, here is Aaron Swink.
Aguilar is ready. The whistle blows. Better late than never. The 2020 season is underway. It's a high pop-up kickoff to the near side. Jacksonville looks like they fell on it, Matt.
They stole one. That's what Wayne Coleman likes to do. Now, did it go 10 yards?
Well, that's what they'll check.
That's the question.
That's what they'll check.
It looks like it did not go 10 yards. Wait a minute. Let's see here. Hang on. Yeah. It did go 10 yards.
It's close, but I do think the signal was – well, we haven't had a signal yet, as we've got a –
they're still talking about it.
We've got a conference, an officials conference at midfield.
It sure looked like he caught it at 11. It went through his hands.
It's at
and
13
then it rolled
right now.
Backwards.
Yeah.
After it passed 10 yards.
Yeah, I think that's going to be Jacksonville football.
Yeah, it got beyond that 50, didn't it, Todd? Yeah. The 45 of the.
Well,
let's see.
They kicked off from the 40, so.
But.
Well, there's a personal foul on Jacksonville.
Nope, we didn't get it.
So and then they called a personal foul.
Yeah, we hit their.
We hit their guy before.
You have to give him a chance.
Yeah.
And we tagged him.
So
it's just like a punt. You know, you got to give him a chance to field it.
It's the halo.
If it hits the ground now, it's a live ball, but it didn't hit the ground yet. There you go. Good call, guys. So Crandall's going to get great field position on Jacksonville's 47-yard line. Now, actually, check that after the penalty. It pushes it to the Jacksonville 34-yard line. First down for the Pirates, and it's Mason Daugherty, the returning senior quarterback. Took him 3 deep last year for Crandall.
He'll have 2 receivers on his left, 1 on his right. He'll fling the screen pass to the left side. The catch is made. He makes a man miss. Got a first down and more down into the red zone. And finally knocked out of bounds on the far side is number 88. That is going to be DeAndre Bowman. But Bowman has got the Pirates in the red zone, in scoring position.
Yeah, and they're hurrying up here at the 7. They're going.
And a handoff this time straight ahead, now bouncing out left side. Jacksonville with a good read, not much on it.
Good tackle there coming up from the secondary right there for Jacksonville. Let's see, let me get a spot on that. Yeah, that's Dontrell Rivers with the tackle for the Fighting Indians. No gain, second goal. The Jacksonville 6 for Crandall.
2 receivers right, 1 left, 1 back on the left side of the quarterback for the Pirates. Fake a handoff. Fire a screen pass right side. Nowhere to go. Ball's out.
Jacksonville got it.
Jacksonville is on it.
It looks like Bryson Tatum came up with that football right there. Intended receiver for Crandall, number 7, Samuel Amagashko. He just lost it, and it's the senior linebacker, Bryson Tatum, with the recovery. Boy, Jacksonville dodges a bullet there, Aaron, as the Pirates had first and goal at the Jacksonville 6. And the first turnover of 2020 goes to Jacksonville. As they get the football, they'll start with Patrick Clater, the senior quarterback. Fighting Indians will have their first offensive drive of 2020. They'll start at their own 8-yard line.
They'll go 4 wide, 1 back for Clater as he hands it off straight ahead.
Dino.
And Dino Hinojosa is stuffed right about the line.
And we're going to have a late flag, so Jacksonville is going to get penalized right here as one of the offensive linemen for Jacksonville was just trying to finish his block. And, you know, when the whistle blows, you got to stop. You can't finish it like that. He pancaked him, but the whistle had already blown, so this looks like this will go against the Fighting Indians.
Personal foul, 58, offense, half the distance, second down.
Yeah, they'll get Zalatil Antonio, one of the returning starters for Jacksonville. He's a senior, and yeah, you got to have those seniors show some leadership there, and not get those kind of calls. It wasn't like it was just a mental error right there. Excuse me, a physical error. He was just playing hard football. So Jacksonville backed up now. Clater in his end zone.
Go down under the 10-minute mark as Clater flings it out left side. Got a man upended.
Kennedy.
At about the 8 is Casey Kennedy.
No, check that, Latrell Rivers.
Oh, that is Rivers.
To number 2, Latrell Rivers.
Rivers played a lot of defense for Jacksonville last year as a junior.
Yeah, Rivers in 2, Kennedy in 3. That'll be fun.
Yep, and you'll see Rivers all over the field for Jacksonville. Free safety, wide receiver who may get some carries, a very physical athlete. The younger brother of Dontrell Sessions, the quarterback from 2017. You know, the 7 TDs in the first half guy?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. So it's Hinojosa in the backfield on 3rd down and 10 for Jacksonville at their own 8.
Clater takes a snap, rolls right under pressure, looks, fires. Got a man right at the sticks. It's caught. First down.
Great catch.
First Bill McCray Ford, first down of the year.
Spot the number right there. Let's see. That's Devin. Devin McEwen, the sophomore. This is a young receiving core. You got Latrell Rivers, the senior, but you got Devin McEwen, the sophomore, the younger brother of Deshaun McEwen, currently at TCU. And I'm telling you, watch Devin McEwen. He's a sophomore. He is going to be a good one. You saw it right there. Gets the first down for Jacksonville out to the Fighting Indian 18-yard line.
They got 2 each way now. Empty the backfield for Clater. He swings it out to Hinojosa right side, and he'll pick up about 5.
You see, that's what we were talking about in pregame.
Yeah, those short passes that kind of work out like a run.
Well, it's a progression. And when Patrick Clater sees the slant covered, he's going to go to that second progression. That's something last year that he just took a shot downfield. Now he's going to release and catch Hinojosa like that's almost like a running play right there. You pick up 5 yards, 2nd down 5, pushes the football out to the 24 of Jacksonville. No score here, 8:21 remaining in this first quarter.
Now Clater going to look right again out of the backfield. Got his man, got first down yardage. Another Bill McCray Ford first down.
Dino.
As Hinojosa just wheeling out of that backfield again, and the Indians like it. Why not go back to it?
And notice how quickly the ball leaves Patrick Clater's arm. I mean, he just gets rid of it in a hurry. And, you know, we saw Hinojosa really, he made his debut against Pine Tree about the middle of the season, and, boy, he had like 80 yards rushing. And said, where's he been? Well, now he's one of the rotating running backs you'll see tonight in this season for Jacksonville. About 5'6", 170 pounds. He's not a big guy, but he's tough.
Clater fakes a handoff, slant route, got a man into Pirate territory, but he couldn't hang on. His Kennedy was targeted, and he had his man beat.
Wow, good throw by Patrick Clater. He just looks on right now, guys. He's calm. That junior year of experience where he threw for over 2,000 yards really showing up on this drive right here, this opening drive. Just calm and cool. 2nd and 10 now for Jacksonville. The football is at their own 34-yard line.
Clater going to empty the backfield again. He's under all kinds of pressure this time, though, and down he goes.
was looking downfield trying to find Devin McEwen, and then he looked over at his secondary receiver trying on the progression to Dino, that pass he hit a moment ago. But, boy, by that time, just an onslaught of Crandall Pirates came in there. Trevor Wood making the tackle along with a couple of other Pirates. So 3rd down and 19 to go for Jacksonville.
So this may be where Clater needs to reach back into that bag of tricks that he had last year with all those downfield passes. And here's a big one, and just out of the reach of his intended receiver.
Oh, my goodness. Carmelo Claiborne, the freshman. I saw when he came split out. I didn't want to say anything, didn't want to jinx it, but I knew when he was lining up out there, he's a dead sprinter. I mean, I'm talking about dead straight sprinter. He took off on the skinny post route, and the pass just overthrown. Guys, last week against Cleveland in the scrimmage, Jacksonville would have had at least 5 touchdown passes just like that. You saw the overthrow, the wind was blowing, timing was off. So Jacksonville with their first punt of the season. Darian Jones, the senior, will do the honors. Aiden Gay will snap.
Good snap. Jones's kick is away, end over end. They're going to chase the return man back inside his 45-yard line, but nice return here into Jacksonville territory, all the way down near the 30, call it the 32, before he's pushed out on the far side. So again, Crandall starting with great field position.
Yeah, and it's their quarterback, Mason Daughtry, with the return man. You don't see a lot of 5A programs who put their quarterback back to receive the punt. And that's exactly what Crandall did, and boy, what a return by Daughtry. Great punt, first time for Darian Jones at Jacksonville, but even better return for Crandall. Again, a short field for the Pirates. They'll start this drive at Jacksonville's 32.
6:50 to go here, first quarter, no score. Jacksonville and Crandall. Crandall starts their second drive. The quarterback run for Daughtry, and he'll take it up the middle to about the 30 before he is popped.
Good pursuit by Jacksonville defensively, just a zone read by Daughtry, the quarterback for Crandall. And Bryson Tatum coming up, making the tackle for Jacksonville. The 3-year starter at linebacker, Tatum. 2nd and 7 for Crandall.
2 receivers right, 1 left.
Oh, got the sack.
And there's a big sack. First of the year for the Fightin Indians.
The senior, Keelan McCullough, with the sack. McCullough just almost looked unblocked coming through there. So Jacksonville slips the gap. 3rd down and 17 now after Keelan McCullough gets the big sack on the quarterback Daughtry of Crandall.
So Jacksonville just had the big 3rd and long overthrow. Now Crandall going to have to try to find the same. And quarterback gets out of 1.
Got him.
Gets away from 1, but not the 2nd.
It's Tatum, the senior linebacker, with a sack. Daughtry had to break out of the pocket. We got a flag on the play. Probably will be holding. Probably holding right here. I'm not sure. It may not be defensive holding on Jacksonville in the secondary. Let's see. Oh, good. I saw a guy for Crandall coming through there, Aaron, just tumbling. And I thought maybe somebody from Jacksonville grabbed him. But it's going to be holding on Crandall. 4th down and Rusk. A long way. So Crandall will send their punting unit out. Devin McEwen will step out about to his 10-yard line, 12-yard line to receive this punt.
So Brandon Perez in to punt it away for the Pirates. McEwen standing about the Jacksonville 10-yard line. Looking for a big return.
So now we got too much time. Clock goes to 0, and looked like Crandall may have been taking the penalty anyway, but now I think Kyle Harden, the head coach for they didn't get the timeout. I thought he might have got a timeout.
Delay of game, so that'll move him back, Matt.
Yeah, I saw the side judge coming over like perhaps Crandall's head coach got a timeout, but he did not. Penalty. So McEwen for Jacksonville will receive this punt. He'll step up to about his 18 now.
Snaps a little high, but it's brought down. The kick is away. It's a good one. It'll bounce about the 15 and take a nice Crandall bounce and roll. And they will kill it will the Pirates at about the half-yard line.
You know, my only question about that is that when he caught the ball, he slid and hit the pylon. The ball went into the end zone with him when it hit the pylon, so I don't know. I guess it's where he maybe landed on the ground and just rolled. So, nevertheless, the officials do mark the football. Terrible field position inside the Jacksonville 1-yard line. So, first drive for Jacksonville started at their 8, this one at the 1. Not a good night for field position in this first quarters for Jacksonville so far.
So if you're just joining us, 5:38 to go here, first quarter, no score, Jacksonville and Crandall. Aaron Swink, Todd Travis, Ryan Travis, and Matt Montgomery with you. The Fightin Indians back out for their second possession. Starting in the shadow of the goalpost is Patrick Clater. He takes a shotgun snap. He's going to fake a handoff, look right, throw right into the slot. Got him, man, and
wow.
That'll move it out to about the 5. A big hit at the end of that play, Matt.
But what a great catch by Devin McEwen. And again, he got popped.
Yeah, he knew he was going to take it, though, and he just braced for it.
Yeah, and I don't like the spot. He got hit at the 6, and they moved it back inside the 5. He wasn't really making a football move forward. But it's about a yard further back than what I think it should be. But nevertheless, it's 2nd and 6 after a great catch by McEwen. That's about the best 4-yard reception you'll ever see.
Indians move a man in motion right to left. They've got 3 on the left side now, and Clater's going to throw to the 1 on the right. Got his man.
It's goodbye, Carmelo Anthony.
6 as Anthony.
No,
or check that.
Claiborne. Carmelo Claiborne.
Excuse me. You said it first.
95 yards. Not Carmelo Anthony, NBA player. Carmelo
Claiborne. The straight sprinter.
Woo! 95 yards, baby.
I don't know that Carmelo Anthony's ever gotten to that kind of top speed.
Nope, he won't. See, that's what Jacksonville tried to do a minute ago when they had 3rd down and long, and they took a shot downfield. And the Jacksonville coaching staff said, you know what? We're going to do that again right here with Carmelo because we know he can blow by these guys. And, boy, did he ever. What a strike by the quarterback for Jacksonville, Patrick Clater. It was a slant route, and he split the safety, the free safety and the strong safety right between them, and it was off to the races. Nobody could catch him. Yeah, 95 yards. How's that for your first touchdown of 2020?
Not bad at all.
4 minutes, 28 seconds back on the game clock. Thank you.
You got to put a little bit more time on the game clock. It's at 4:07. Official asked for 4:28.
Hey, Bounty!
Wow. So we have.
What a first touchdown that was.
So you got Devin McEwen, a sophomore. He's had, a couple of catches? 3 maybe. You've got Carmelo Claiborne.
We almost did it again.
2 targets, 195 yards. Got some young guys here, buddy.
You know, we need to go back and cut that in so that when he wants to use that highlight, we're not calling him by the wrong name.
I knew I was going to do that because, I don't know too many Carmelos. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
You know, I don't. And the only Carmelo I've ever heard of is Anthony. But Carmelo Claiborne for Jacksonville Fightin Indians going for 2 right
Indians line up to go for 2. Man in motion left to right. Clater hands it off.
McEwen.
Well, jet sweep action for McEwen, but
he didn't get in.
Is not in.
He slipped. But the Indians on the board with 4:28 remaining in the first, 6-0.
So we will take 30 seconds and come back. You are with us here on JHS-sports.com.
Dr. Folden, Dr. Westbrook, Dr. Rutherford, and their dental team at All Smiles provide a wide range of dental services. This includes cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, implants, and cosmetic dental care. Call and schedule your appointment at 903-586-0741.
Bill McRae Ford has been serving East Texans since 1976. They can help you find the best deal on a used car or if you're ready to purchase something new. Open Monday through Saturday. Bill McRae Ford. Come see us.
Dr. Folden.
You don't have to.
And we are back.
Good.
Back live here at Tomato Bowl, and for our first and one of our quickest scoring drive summaries of 2020, here's Todd Travis. Todd?
2 plays, 99 yards with a 95-yard touchdown pass. For great first touchdown to start the year.
Yeah, Clater to Carmelo Claiborne. And, boy, that happened in a hurry, guys.
Well, it really did. And you know, Jacksonville's been setting that play up with those little flare passes and a couple of shots deep. They've thrown, I think 4 slants they've targeted. And now Jacksonville is going to have to call a timeout on the kickoff. And this is first game. This is what happens in the first game. Wayne Coleman not happy.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
He's looking at the play clock, and they count that thing down. As soon as you come off the field, they turn that thing on to 40 seconds. And I remember this happened to Jacksonville and Henderson a couple of years ago when they changed that rule. You come off the field, you're celebrating, you're all excited. That clock's ticking with 40 seconds. They want you to get your kickoff team on the field and kick the ball off. And Jacksonville didn't do it.
So, as you said, Matt, I mean, it is the first game. Some of these things, bugs have to be worked out a little bit. But it's still frustrating.
There's so many things in a football game that you can't replicate in practice. I say you can't. You can try, but this is one of them right here. I mean, it's just one of those things. It's hard to practice. You know, all you can do is tell the kids, let's go, let's go, let's go. And it didn't happen. So they mark it back. Here's the kickoff by Santos Aguilar.
Aguilar kick this one a little deeper left side. It'll hit about the 22, be picked up by the return man there. Jacksonville on him pretty quick. They'll knock him down about the 30.
It's the big fella, Samuel Amishsigo.
Sounds pretty good to me.
He's a 10th grader, and I guarantee he's every bit of 6'3", 210. And he's a 10th grader. They have some good-looking kids. I don't know what they're drinking up there at Crandall, but it is very filling.
Well, I'll tell you what it is. Have you ever been to the Crandall Gin and had a chicken fried steak?
Well, not anymore. They tore it down.
Oh, well. See,
but I have been there.
I'm out of the loop. See?
I went there years ago. Yeah,
well, they had to have had some at some point because that's what it is. These guys are, yeah.
And you know, some kids move in too.
Man, see, there it was.
Mesquite, Garland. You know, a lot of people trickle down.
I never miss an opportunity to talk about food.
I know. I noticed that. That's okay.
But unfortunately, the Crandall Gin no longer with us.
That is no longer there. There's just an empty spot. So here's Crandall with their third offensive possession. They fumbled on their first one and had to punt on their second one. They'll start at their own 35.
Handoff straight ahead, spinning out of one tackle and another down to about the 43-yard line.
Peter Torres for Jacksonville in on the tackle, along with Carson Cleaver.
Chris Abram with the carry for Crandall. 2 receivers left, 1 right now. Flare pass out to the left is incomplete as he bounced it in there.
New quarterback for Crandall is Jamonte Gordon-West, a junior, listed as a wide receiver and defensive back. I did see him throwing in pregame, and I thought, is this the returning quarterback here? Because he sure had a slingshot. That one he just kind of skipped, short-hopped it. 3rd down, 3. Hear the gong in the background, the bell tolls.
The Indian defense looking for a big stop here. On the new Crandall quarterback, he's going to hand it off. The ball comes out.
Jacksonville got it.
Jacksonville on it again. How about another turnover?
Fightin Indians will get it. It's Dontrell Rivers. No, it's Kenny. It's Kennedy.
Yeah, Casey Kennedy coming out of there with it, the senior.
So Casey Kennedy comes away with it. That doesn't look like Casey. Hang on just a second. I got to come down here. Let me look at this. It's Dontrell. Yeah, three. They got the numbers backwards here.
All right.
Yeah, that doesn't look like Casey. They got the numbers. Okay, Casey's wearing number 2, and that's Latrell Rivers wearing number 3.
Okay, so those are switched from your program, folks.
Okay, that makes more sense. That didn't look like Casey to me. So Dontrell Rivers gets Jacksonville's second fumble recovery. First down for the Fightin Indians at the 45 of Crandall.
Handoff this time, straight ahead.
Dino.
And down to about the 44 goes Hinojosa.
So Jacksonville's third offensive possession. First one they had to punt. Second one was a 95-yard touchdown pass from Patrick Clater to Carmelo Claiborne, the freshman. In this third possession here, you see Dino Hinojosa continuing to get carries in the backfield, the senior. No gain on the play, 2nd down, 10 now for Jacksonville.
Clater takes a snap, drops back short, now throws right. Got a man, got some blockers.
Hinojosa.
This is going to be good. As Hinojosa's down inside the 20.
Scooter!
Makes a man miss, and inside the 15 he goes. You see where they spot him right at about, call it the 14.
You know, Dino's one of those guys for Jacksonville that it's hard to find him. I mean, like I said a minute ago, he's about 5'6", and that's pushing it. And when he gets low to the ground, he's a hard cat to find, and he is very physical when he makes contact. And you saw him roll over that guy when he got down close inside the 15-yard line. First down, Jacksonville.
Yeah, the Bill McCray Ford first down. Clater going to read this one and keep it himself. Left side running, makes one man miss and another. Inside the 5, down to the goal line. He's in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
14-yard run for the senior Patrick Clater. And you see the physicality on the run right there by Clater. Good, baby. Coming right by me here, just happy as he can be. Guys, he was tackled at the 6. I mean, I don't know if you saw that, but they had him wrapped up. And what did he do? He just kept his legs moving. He pushed, got a little help from Casey Kennedy pulling him in the end zone. So Jacksonville is short a man here on this extra point. It's Patrick, the quarterback. He's coming over celebrating. And Wayne Coleman is now looking at having to take a timeout.
Yeah, 15 seconds on that play clock.
No, he's got time. Going for 2.
Jacksonville again.
Trying to make it a 14-0 lead, 12-0 right now.
Man in motion left to right. Clater keeps jump pass and incomplete.
Looking for Cleaver.
As he was shades of Tim Tebow there. A little bit of a jump pass, Matt, but Cleaver not able to make that connection.
Well, I'm going to share something with you in a minute about that Tim Tebow type pass after we take this break and come back with the scoring.
All right, we'll take 30 seconds. You're listening to JHS-sports.com.
Since 1953, Hubert Glass Oil has been serving East Texans the finest automotive fuels and lubricants. Hubert Glass Oil Company, the clear solution for your business.
The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich is delicious. It's got that barbecue flavor, the cheese melts on top with that Texas toast. You look at it, your mouth starts watering. It's my go-to sandwich. The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich, that's my all-time favorite.
Hi, I'm Matt Montgomery. For the past 37 years, I've been helping people just like you get their financial ducks in a row. I'm a registered investment advisor and chartered financial consultant. We do portfolio management and comprehensive financial planning. Give me a call for a free consultation.
And we are back live here at the historic Tomato Bowl with another Jacksonville Fightin Indians scoring summary. Here's Todd Travis. Todd?
It was a 3-play drive, covered 44 yards, ended with a touchdown run by Patrick Clater.
Can't beat it. Here's the
Aguilar,
kickoff.
a deep kick this time, fielded clean inside the 10, return man up the middle, and he's got some room to run out and over the 30. Call it about the 32, where the Pirates will start.
So Jacksonville, after Malachi Williams for Jacksonville makes the tackle on the kickoff, the Fightin Indian offense, guys, I mean, they look mid-season form on their first 3 drives. They had to punt the first one. Last 2 have been pretty good. Of course, 2 fumbles helped out too by your defense. Here's Crandall at their own 30.
Little motion for the Pirates to get set the way they want. They got 2 in the backfield, now move 1 to the left. And this is going to be a quarterback keeper, left side running, and he will make his way up near the 38.
Yeah, that's that big sophomore. Omonisco. Again, he looks like he's about 210, 215. Now they bring their other quarterback in, Jamonte Gordon-West, the junior, for Crandall.
He's got 2 receivers on his right. He'll throw that way. Got a man, got a block. Midfield and more. First down yardage for Crandall.
Yeah, that was just a great kick-out block, again, by that sophomore, Omogisco. He just came out and just knocked Caleb Clayton for Jacksonville, the cornerback, just knocked him out of the way, and that allowed his receiver to get up the field for a Crandall first down in Jacksonville territory.
That was Luke Moffitt on the reception. Now a handoff. Left side, lots of room to run inside the 40.
Chris Abram.
And Abram out close again to first down yardage. So Crandall winning the field position battle for sure in this ball game.
Oh, look at this. But the officials have got to stop this.
Yeah, you've got
Yeah, come on, guys. It's their first game, too. God, come on, man.
Yeah, you've got some extracurriculars.
On a substitution, wait a minute. The Jacksonville had to burn a timeout.
Yeah, they did.
So this will be another Jacksonville Homes and Properties timeout. Their second one here in this first quarter with 1:31 remaining. 12-0 Jacksonville. Guys, while we got a second here, I want to tell you about what happened last night in sub-varsity action. We'll start with the freshman who played here at Tomato Bowl against Crandall. They got an onside kick. They were down. I think it was 12-8. Jacksonville's down with about a minute. They get the onside kick. They go down, and they're scrambling. Quarterback, it's Cohen DeVillier, the freshman. He's scrambling. He finds his receiver in the end zone with about 20 seconds of game. They win it by 2. Up in Crandall, the JV's playing. They're down 30-22. They tie it with about a minute to go, 30-30. And then on the last play of the game, Ryan McCowan hits Taylor for the game winner on the last play of the game. So both teams won in the last seconds last night. Here's Crandall, 2nd down 4.
Handoff this time, left side running, now cuts back right, and first down yardage down about the 40, check that, 34.
Yeah, I've been waiting for Jacksonville to get Jamarius Hart in the game, the junior. He is on the defensive line. He's basically a running back playing on the defensive line. Fast, hard to block, helps make the tackle. First down for Crandall, though.
Pass out to the left side this time. Good coverage on the play, but a nice spin move for a few extra yards there by the receiver. That's Moffitt again, Luke Moffitt over there.
Well, he really did make a good play because Jacksonville had Isaiah Mallard all over him, and he got out of that tackle. He gets 8 yards, 2nd and 2 now at the Jacksonville 25.
So we'll go under a minute here as handoff this time, right side, looking for a hole. And Abram will pick up first down yardage.
Yardage good for a Pirate, first down.
So Crandall in a hurry right here after the first down at the Jacksonville 19-yard line.
53 seconds and counting after they reset the chains here. And a fake handoff, and now quarterback under some pressure. He rolls left. He'll keep himself. Up the middle he goes, and he is met
Rivers
right at the 10 by Dontrell Rivers.
That's Kennedy.
Well, check that is.
Remember they swapped jerseys.
Yeah, that's right. That's Kennedy.
That is Kennedy. Good spot there, Todd Travis.
Yep. Timeout. Is this going to be a timeout for Jacksonville? No, we got an injured player for Jacksonville. Number 70 on the field for Fighting Indians, Angel Perez, the junior. Looks like he has a cramp. And we saw another player for Jacksonville, Jamarius Hart, who had just checked in. He'd been in 2 plays. He had to come out with a cramp. And it's kind of cool tonight, and it's your first game. You're trying to get your body right. So they're working that out, and really that's kind of a favorable cramp if you're Jacksonville. Kind of slows Crandall down with 30 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Fighting Indians leading 12-0 here at Tomato Bowl. But Crandall, 2nd down 4 at the Fighting Indian 13-yard line, 12-yard line as we've stopped play. Next week, Cleburne comes to Jacksonville to play here at Tomato Bowl. First time ever meeting between those two teams, just like tonight with Jacksonville and Crandall. As each week's a bonus, guys.
Yeah, we
don't know what's going to happen.
That's right. We talked
hoping
about
and praying.
Yeah, we talked about it in pregame, Matt. But again, we just got to kind of tip the hat to Wayne Coleman and this non-district scheduling that he was able to come up with. Extremely favorable for Jacksonville.
Absolutely. So Perez gets up under his own power, just a cramp. I mean, he's walking pretty good. He'll be back. So Jacksonville now gets a little bit of a breather and kind of slows down this Crandall offense that was really cranked up right here. Boy, really the quarterback made a heck of a play. Jamonte Gordon-West, his receivers were covered, and he spun around and crossed the field. Picked up 7 yards, almost 8, when he was almost sacked. So 2nd down, 3 to go for Crandall at the Jacksonville 13.
Gordon West with 1 back, and he will hand it off to him. That's Chris Abram. He's inside the 5 before
got a flag.
He's finally dragged down. There is a flag on the play, so we'll check that.
Let's see if it's motion or did Jacksonville line up offsides. Yep, offsides Jacksonville. I saw the Crandall players kind of clapping there, so Fighting Indians not lining up correctly. So it's 1st and goal Crandall at the Jacksonville 2. Who's going to make a play right here for Jacksonville?
18 seconds and counting here, first quarter, as Abram, check that. That's going to be Gordon West with a keeper.
He didn't get
he
in.
Has stood up at the goal line,
wow.
And he's not in.
Bryson Tatum and Caleb Clayton. Clayton made initial contact, and then here came the strong guy. Bryson Tatum on the last play of the first quarter, just short of the goal line, so Crandall will have it second and goal at the Jacksonville 1 when we come back to start the second quarter.
So at the end of 1, it's Jacksonville 12 at the Crandall Pirates nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Fightin' Indian Football on JHS-sports.com.
Austin Bank. You've known us all along.
That 100% beef Whataburger takes 2 hands and all of your attention. So yeah, now's the time to sneak that fry. Good thing there's plenty to savor. Good thing there's Whataburger.
And we are back live at the historic Tomato Bowl, downtown Jacksonville, getting ready to start the second quarter play. And, Matt, you got to say, the Jacksonville Fightin' Indian offense came to play in that first quarter, but now, of course, the defense going to be called on to make a stop.
This is just a tough spot to put your defense in right here, as the Crandall Pirates have done it to the defense, and they've got it second and goal inside the 1.
So they're going to come in with a tight formation, or the Pirates' handoff is to Abram. Up the middle he goes.
He's in.
And he's in, so there's the signal. Touchdown Pirates.
Yeah, he crossed the plane. Wayne Coleman arguing about it, but he did cross the plane. So now here's the swinging gate by Crandall, and the Indians don't have the personnel they want on the field. They're trying to get over here. Here they go. Oh, good grief.
And this is
the Chinese fire drill.
Unorthodox to say the least.
Can I say Chinese fire drill? Am I going to get in trouble for that in this day and time? Okay.
And now, finally, a standard extra point look from the Pirates, and it's good. So just underway here in the second quarter of play. Our score now, Jacksonville 12 and Crandall 7. We'll take 30 seconds and come back. You're listening to Jacksonville Fightin' Indian Football on JHS-sports.com.
Dr. Darwin Dar and his staff at Dar Chiropractic specialize in family chiropractic care, exercise rehab, digital x-rays, nutrition and weight loss programs, decompression, and chiropractic wellness care. Located down the street from the Tomato Bowl, Dar Chiropractic. They can help you feel better. Since 1952, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance has been protecting their customers with life, auto, and homeowners insurance. Call Micah Hoffpower in the Jacksonville office at 903-586-9809. Micah's years of experience will help you find the right coverage for you and your family.
And we are back live. 11:53 to go, second quarter. Our score, Jacksonville 12, Crandall 7. And Matt, the Indian offense we were talking about has found their stride, kind of look to be in midseason form. Hopefully they can answer that Crandall touchdown, as the Pirates kind of had their way there.
Well, the only thing they haven't done well so far, to my opinion, is run the ball. I know that's something Wayne Coleman wanted to establish, but you take what the defense will give you, and if they're stacking it up, you throw those slant routes and do exactly what they've been doing. Here's the kickoff by Crandall. And Devin McEwen.
Kicks on the way. Fielded about the goal line. He'll bring it out with McEwen. He's going to try to cut to his right, find a little running room, and he'll make his way just over the 15, call it about the 17, where Jacksonville will start.
So McEwen, the sophomore, gets up a little gingerly right there, took a shot in the head as he comes off the field, and Fightin Indians now will get possession at their own 17-yard line as the Crandall Pirates score, make it 12-7. It's a good Crandall football team, and anytime you go 3 deep in the playoffs, I don't care what 4A, 5A, that doesn't matter. Those extra 3 games and that playoff experience really adds to your football team, especially when you have 26 lettermen coming back like Crandall does. So here's Jacksonville. You still got Dino in the backfield with Patrick Clater. Casey Kennedy is the H-back.
Clater takes the snap, fakes a handoff, looks left, pops the pass out there, caught.
Kennedy.
And Kennedy will take this one out close to first down yardage.
That's that element that Jacksonville wants to also added with new OC Josh Moore. Get the H-back more involved in the game. He's kind of like a tight end in the backfield, and just get him out in space with an athlete like Casey Kennedy and get him the football. Jacksonville's tried to do that in the past. It just hadn't worked out. But Wayne Coleman really feels like they're going to be able to loosen that up and get Casey Kennedy more involved in the passing game. He picks up 8, 2nd and 2 now for Jacksonville.
Trips right, 1 left. This time now empty backfield. Clater looks over the middle on a slant route for the slot man, incomplete off his hands as he was looking for Rivers.
I take Darian Jones, the intended receiver
check
there.
that.
Yeah, those
Good
twos,
spot.
and, twos and sevens look close, Aaron.
Good spot there, Matt.
Yep. A floater pass right there. Not sure if Patrick Clater, he was trying to drop it over the Gilman, as they say, over the top of the linebackers' heads, and he had to float it. And, boy, when you do that, get ready. That free safety is going to come over, and he got his hands on the football. And thankfully for Jacksonville, Darian Jones got his hands on it, and it was incomplete. 3rd down, we'll call it 3 to go for Jacksonville, a long 2 actually for the first.
2 each way. Hinojosa stays in the backfield with Clater. Clater going to go into the left slot, and that is going to be good
Jones.
for the Bill McRae Ford first down as Jones comes down with it this time.
Didn't connect on the first one. Darian Jones, great player last year as a junior on the junior varsity. And, you got a guy like a Darian Jones, a senior, on the JV as a junior. You say, why? Well, think about the receivers Jacksonville had last year. That's why. And I think Darian Jones is going to end up being a really good receiver for Jacksonville as a senior.
This time the handoff is to Hinojosa, right side. Nice block out there by the receiver as Hinojosa makes his way all the way down to about the 47. Yeah, that was Carmelo Claiborne, the freshman. He had the 95-yard catch earlier, but he's not afraid to stand in and block as well, Matt.
All you got to do is just screen block right there. Just get a little stalk, get a little chip if you call it, and that's what he did. And Dino did a nice job going off Carmelo's block to pick up the Jacksonville first down out to the Fightin Indian 46-yard line. 12-7, Jacksonville with the lead with 9:55 and counting in this second quarter. As Jacksonville jumped out to that 12-0 lead, and then Crandall worked it down the field for a score.
Clater drops back, looks right, throws that way, and it's complete.
Dino.
As Hinojosa wheeled out of the backfield again, and
that's about 5 catches for Dino out of the backfield. I told you that you were going to throw it to the guys.
Getting him involved in the passing game, and it's working out well.
Now, how many times did you see Jacksonville running backs catch a football last year? Not too many.
I think Dino may have more than we saw last year.
Exactly. Already in this first half, he'll pick up about 4, so it'll be 2nd and 6 for Jacksonville. Pushes the football out to the 48-yard line of the Fightin Indians.
Pirates going to show a little pressure, back off now. Flag on this near side as the handoff goes straight ahead to midfield.
It's going to be procedure against Jacksonville. I think Devin McEwen was lined up on the right side, and I think he just kind of twitched a little bit. And again, you're going to get that. You're going to get penalties early in the season, not only penalties from everybody, but your sophomores. We got a couple of freshmen, that we haven't even seen. Jaden Boyd yet, the big running back, I should say. And you're just going to get those kind of plays. You just got to work that out. And it's a big jump going from 8th grade to varsity, even going from JV to varsity. And Devin McEwen's going from the freshman to the varsity level. So 2nd down after the penalty, 2nd and now 12 to go for Jacksonville.
So 9:21 to go here. First half, Jacksonville trying to answer that Crandall score. Clater going to find a man, Lots of room to run into Pirate territory.
Wow.
Big first down yardage inside the 35.
It's Dino.
As Dino again. That's, what is that, 6 now?
At least 6, maybe 7. But Dino Hinojosa, oh my goodness, it was just a nice, well-executed screen by Jacksonville. But Hinojosa kind of just a little bit, doesn't matter, he got the first down, kind of outran his blocks a little bit. But he saw the crease, he cut off the block of Carmelo Claiborne once again and gets up the field into Crandall Pirate territory to the Crandall 32-yard line, first down, 8:50 and counting. As the Fightin Indians, a drive that started at their own 17 is now all the way down to the Crandall 32, first down.
3 receivers right, 1 left for the Indians. Shotgun set as always, empty the backfield now, and why not? As Clater finds his back, but the Pirates find him as well.
That's a setup right there, Aaron Swink. I think that's a setup play. You keep doing that. Robert Garcia, the left corner, comes up to make the tackle, and I think you'll see Jacksonville maybe take a shot pretty quick here when you're trying to draw him up. Bryson Tatum checks into the game for Dino Hinojosa, who gets a well-deserved little break here. So second down, 12 to go. Fightin Indians have 1 timeout remaining. Crandall has all 3 with 8:30 counting in this first half.
So first we've seen Tatum in the backfield tonight, and he will get the handoff straight ahead. Lots of room to run. Head of steam. Huge first down to near the 20. Calls the 21 for Bryson Tatum.
You know, there's an old saying, like Wayne Coleman said in Smoke Signals, you want to be the hammer, you don't want to be the nail. And that time, Bryson Tatum was the hammer.
I think Bryson Tatum's middle name might actually be Hammer.
What a tough physical run as he just plowed over the strong safety who came up and said, I got you. I'm going to square. Oh, boom! He was on his back. First down for Jacksonville at the Crandall. 21 after the big run by Tatum, who will stay in the backfield with Patrick Clater.
2 left, 1 right for Clater. Tatum, handoff, straight ahead he goes.
Not this time.
And he stood up this time about the 20.
Number 10, Tatum, the ball carrier.
Good job by the interior for Crandall as Tyson Cameron, the sophomore. A lot of young players for this Crandall Pirate team as well. I see a lot of 10s and a couple of 9s. Those are freshmen for Crandall. So second down 9 after the 1-yard gain by the senior Tatum. Aaron, how about this ball control here? That's what we were talking about. Keep your defense off the field, grind it down, huddle up.
Clater now going to drop back, looks over to his left side, throws it up into the end zone, but it is going to be intercepted.
Intercepted and steps out at the 1-yard line. So there's good news and bad news.
Number 8, Mason Daughtry. The Crandall Pirates will take over.
Crandall gets the pick at the inside the 1-yard line, looking for Devin McEwen. And Patrick's pass, the first interception of the year, a little bit underthrown. Good play by Daughtry, who we saw start at quarterback for Crandall. Came over the top from his safety position, just like you're supposed to as a center fielder back there. Steps right in front of McEwen, who was open for the score. Just a great play for the pick. Crandall, first down at their own 1, inside their 1.
So Jacksonville going to be looking to put a little pressure on the Pirates. The handoff is just straight ahead out over the 5-yard line to about the 7.
Yeah,
Call it the 6. Abram goes.
Chris Abram, the ball carrier.
He'll pick up
by number 3, Latrell
5 yards. 2nd and 5. Gets it out to the 6 for Crandall. And it is Daughtry back in at quarterback for the Pirates after getting that
steps
pick.
up to the line, calls the play now, steps back, takes the shotgun snap, pitches out right side. He finds Abram with that little option pitch, and he will be near first down yardage.
Yeah, when he got hit, they looked like Jacksonville was trying to pull him back, but it's going to be forward progress for the first down to the 12 of Crandall, and they'll hurry up right here and try to catch Jacksonville a little off balance. Playing fast is Crandall.
6:05 and counting as Abram gets the handoff this time and runs right into 2 Fightin Indians.
Oh, my goodness. That's what you want to see when you put Jamarius Hart at defensive tackle. He's quick. He's hard to block. Bryson Tatum comes in and helps, but it's Jamarius Hart who just locked Abram up for the loss of 5, 2nd and 15. What a play by the junior for Jacksonville. Hart.
So Daughtry takes the shotgun snap. He's got a slant left side. He finds a man over the middle. And a big gain here, first down yardage.
The big fella.
Over the Jacksonville 35.
Samuel Ome. I noticed you're not trying to help me say that name there, Aaron.
I'm going to say Omosigo.
Omosigo. Okay, I'm just gonna see if you can say it. Thank you. First down, Crandall.
His friends call him Samuel. Or Sammy. There's a running play around the right side, and big gain there again is going to be good for Abram. Looks like be good for first down yardage. See where they spot him.
Started at the 1 yard line. We were talking about how Jacksonville's drive started at their 17 and took them all the way down nearly to the red zone for the Pirates before the interception by Mason Daughtry of Crandall. Now the Pirates have marched all the way down from their 1 yard line to just inside the 48, the Crandall 48. So we have a timeout on the field by the Pirates. That'll be their first. I think that's right. Or do we have an injured player?
I believe you're right on the.
Yeah, we've got one down on the
far side over there.
Oh, far side. There we go. Yeah. I can't see who that is. Down.
Wayne Coleman out to check.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again.
Well, usually I try to look in the huddle and see who I don't see, but I can't do that. It's first game. Still learning players, numbers. Heck, we've already got a roster. We had a roster changes this morning, and then
social distancing on top of that.
Yeah, and we've got
the whole thing.
We got Latrell and Casey with their numbers swapped on the program. First game. It's all right. It's just a cramp over there, by the way. So why don't we take a little break here before they get him off?
We'll step away for 30 and come back. You're listening to Fightin' Indian Football on JHS-sports.com.
TMC joins the UT Health family. We're bringing a new vision of healthcare to East Texas, where the brightest minds in academics and medicine work together to treat the most complex health challenges and improve lives, where access to world-class medicine and cutting-edge technology will bring health, hope, and a brighter tomorrow. We are UT Health East Texas, advancing healthcare together.
Bill McRae Ford has been serving East Texans since 1976. They can help you find the best deal on a used car or if you're ready to purchase something new. Open Monday through Saturday. Bill McRae Ford. Come see us.
We are back live here at the historic Tomato Bowl as Deontay Jones, the Fightin' Indian Matt that was helped off. And now back to play. A handoff around the right end and another big gain for the Pirates as they slice their way with Chris Abram into Jacksonville territory.
And again, another young player, Chris Abram for Crandall, a sophomore, getting it done. Second down 2, pick it up 8.
2 backs in now with Daughtry this time, and he'll hand it off left side.
Big fella.
And that's going to be Samuel Omosigo, and he is all the way down to the 25-yard line. Good again for first down yardage. So Crandall finding their stride again, Matt Montgomery.
Boy, Big Samuel is a hard guy to bring down. Wow. Big first down. Oh, we got another cramp. This looks like it's Latrell Rivers down.
Yeah, that is going to be Latrell here on this near side. So we'll step away for 30 seconds again as they tend to him. You're listening to Fightin' Indian Football on JHS-sports.com.
Our one-of-a-kind mushroom Swiss burger is back.
And now it's an all-time favorite. You're going to love this burger. That au jus sauce on top.
The creamy au jus sauce.
Every bite's perfect.
It's not just a mushroom Swiss burger, it's a Whataburger mushroom Swiss burger.
Hi, I'm Matt Montgomery. For the past 37 years, I've been helping people just like you get their financial ducks in a row. I'm a registered investment advisor and chartered financial consultant. We do portfolio management and comprehensive financial planning. Give me a call for a free consultation.
If you walk through the Tomato Bowl, you've seen the beautiful large photos and arrowheads as well as signage around the stadium. Eric and Kathleen Stanfield can print large format images on metal, glass, and wood, and they do a lot more. Visit their showroom and see for yourself. Congratulations in Jacksonville, sponsors of the Play of the Game Award.
Dr. Darwin Dar and his staff at Dar Chiropractic specialize in family chiropractic care, exercise rehab, digital x-rays, nutrition and weight loss programs, decompression, and chiropractic wellness care. Located down the street from the Tomato Bowl, Dar Chiropractic. They can help you feel better. Since 1953, Hubert Glass Oil has been serving East Texans the finest automotive fuels and lubricants. Hubert Glass Oil Company, the clear solution for your business. Since 1952, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance has been protecting their customers with life, auto, and homeowners insurance. Call Micah Hoffpower in the Jacksonville office at 903-586-9809. Micah's years of experience will help you find the right coverage for you and your family.
TMC joins the UT Health family. We're bringing a new vision of healthcare to East Texas, where the brightest minds in academics and medicine work together to treat the most complex health challenges and improve lives, where access to world-class medicine and cutting-edge technology will bring health, hope, and a brighter tomorrow. We are UT Health East Texas, advancing healthcare together.
And we are back as Dontrell Rivers being... Latrell Rivers, sorry, not his brother. The other guy.
That happens. I've done this long enough. That always happens.
Yeah.
Here's Crandall, 1st and 10 at the Jacksonville 28.
Anyway, he got helped off with a cramp. He'll be fine.
Oh, yeah, good tackle.
Hand off straight ahead. Nice tackle. You said it, Matt.
Casey Kennedy came in and form tackled Abram, who's been the workhorse for Crandall. He'll pick up about a yard on the play, 2nd and 9.
2 right, 1 left
Fumble!
of the receivers. The ball is out.
Oh, yeah.
And
Tatum finishes him off.
Nice hit there at the end of the play.
Yeah, break for Jacksonville is just Mason Daughtry, the quarterback. Actually, that's not Daughtry. That's number 9.
Yeah, that's going to be Austin Cruz. That's Austin Cruz.
Yeah, Cruz, the 3rd quarterback we've seen tonight for Crandall, which you would expect in a lot of these non-district games to get a look
at
all your quarterbacks.
That's a great quarterback name,
isn't it,
too,
though?
isn't it? Austin Cruz. Cruz will take the snap handoff straight ahead to Abram. Not much there.
Yeah, he got tripped by his own quarterback. You're going to have to give credit for that tackle to Austin Cruz. As Abram was taking off, he ran right over his quarterback's foot, tripped, 4th down, 15. So the Indians have had a couple of breaks on that previous play. Cruz just dropped the football. It was right to him. And Carson Cleaver got to him first, turned him around, and then Tatum came in and finished him off for the big loss. And then you got Abram right there just tripping over his quarterback. So a couple of disastrous plays on 2nd and 3rd down for Crandall as this drive started at the 1-yard line, their own 1-yard line. It's all the way down to the Jacksonville 32-yard line now, 33 actually. As Crandall now letting the clock run down. Looks like they're going to call a timeout right here and talk about it. Folks, stay with us for the Whataburger halftime report. Aaron, you know what the thing is about Whataburger?
What's that?
Is that you make the order and they make it fresh.
Oh, yeah, I'd heard that. And now you're making me hungry, too, so there's that.
Yeah, grab me some pizza up there, by the way, if there's any left.
I'd rather have Whataburger.
Can you get pizza at Whataburger? Do they make pizza? That's what I meant to say. So Crandall with their first time out, they'll have 2 remaining. Here with 2:53 remaining, Jacksonville leading 12-7.
I'm trying to decide if I should make a Chicago deep dish Whataburger joke at this point or not. Is it too soon?
Well, you just did.
Yeah.
I mean, you said,
well,
if you say it, then you did. What?
That's true. That's true.
I mean, you already gave it away.
Well, you know, I know that's a sore spot for us as Texans. But
you're thinking out loud. It's like.
That's right.
Somebody whispering saying, you're talking out loud.
My wife says all the time, you said the quiet part out loud. I got to work on that. I got to work on it.
Boy, you do, brother, let me tell you.
Tell you what.
All right, here we go. 4th down, 15. Crandall comes out of the timeout after talking about it. And they come out of the shotgun on 4th and 15.
So Cruz.
Oh, we got a stoppage here.
We'll drop back and.
Is it procedure?
Play's blown dead.
Yeah.
We'll see. It looks like it will be.
How about 4th and 20?
There it is.
So 4th down. And now 20 to go for Crandall as they've had 3 disaster plays in a row. And boy, you call timeout and they're going to call their 2nd timeout here. And you come out of a timeout and you get a penalty. That's got to be frustrating. But again, First game, that stuff happens, and now they don't call timeout. They're going to punt the football, play a little field position right here with Jacksonville's big play offense, and try to pin Jacksonville deep now. Devin McEwen will drop back for Jacksonville as Crandall's going to go ahead and punt this football away on 4th and 20 at the Jacksonville 37. Too much time again. So let me get this straight. You had a fumble, your running back tripped over the quarterback's foot, you call timeout, you come out and you get a procedure penalty, then you decide to punt, and you get another delay of game.
And you take too much time. So
it's the first game. 4th and 25 now.
Looks like one of those old NFL films blooper reels that they used to show.
Yeah. Oh, no, here we go.
Talk about bloopers. A bad snap over the head of the punter. He'll just have to try to boot this away. It's blocked.
Yeah!
And Jacksonville drops him at the Crandall 30. So how about that for flipping the field, Matt Montgomery?
That is the ugliest sequence of football that Crandall hopefully they will experience this year or ever.
That is game one in a nutshell. You talk about everything that could go wrong.
Really, I don't think the snap was that bad. I just think the punter's vertical is about 2 inches. I mean, he looked like he was going to jump, and when he did, he didn't get very high, man. I mean, it was a little high. Yeah, you had to reach up and get it. Man, what a break as the wheels just came off once Crandall got inside Jacksonville's 30-yard line. So here's Jacksonville with a great opportunity with one timeout, 2:41 remaining in the second quarter. The football at the Crandall 30.
Hinojosa in the backfield again. Clater's got 2 left, 1 right, going to throw over the middle, incomplete.
A little bit sailed on that one a little bit as Clater throwing off his back foot. One of the Jacksonville offensive linemen right there. Looks like Antonio there. He looks like he's going to be okay. It's coming back to the huddle. Zalatil Antonio, returning starter. Incomplete, 2nd down, 10, stops the clock, 2:33 remaining here in the second quarter. 12-7 Jacksonville trying to add to it here.
Glader hands off to Hinojosa. Looks for a hole in the right side A-gap. He finds one up to the 25.
Just hard to find. I mean, he got right behind Aiden Gay and Antonio. And, boy, when Dino gets behind him like that, it's hard to find that cat. He picks up 7. Up-tempo now.
2:12 and counting as Clater hands off to Hinojosa again, and he barrels his way ahead for maybe a yard or 2.
Yeah, they saw something there Jacksonville did offensively. They ran the same play that he got 7 on that time. Good adjustment by Crandall to force 4th down here. So play clock turned on. Jacksonville still has that 1 timeout in their hip pocket, but they're ready to go at the line of scrimmage. 4th down, 4 to go for Jacksonville here. Can they convert?
2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Clater going to keep himself. He pulls it down, runs right, and he will fight his way.
He ain't going to make it.
Close to first down yardage, but he will be just short.
He is just short. I'm standing right on the yard marker.
Yeah, you're
where he
right
is.
there, Matt.
Yeah. Yeah, if they measured, it's going to be like the length of the football or half the length of the football. It's first down Crandall. Patrick just couldn't stretch out far enough. He had to get the ball to the 20, and he got to the 21, about 20 and a half actually. And Wayne Coleman is pleading his case.
Wayne Coleman disagrees.
He's going to need to clean that face shield when he goes in because he's
going to have a little of the Andy Reid Fogg situation going on.
He's foaming that thing up right now. I can't disagree with him. I thought Patrick might have stretched that ball over and then he got pushed back. Shades of Mount Pleasant last year, huh, guys?
Oh, man.
So 132, first down for Crandall on the turnover on downs.
2 receivers each way, 1 man in the backfield.
Gosh,
Cruz
look out.
going to fire this one to the left side, and nobody will catch this guy. Touchdown, Crandall. Wow, he got wide open, and Cruz just uncorked one.
DeAndre Bowman, we got a flag on the play.
DeAndre Bowman.
We have a flag coming. Bring this baby back.
Yep.
Is it a flag on Crandall? Is this second quarter nightmare going to continue for the Crandall Pirates? Here's the call. Oh.
Touchdown, personal foul. on Jacksonville, so the touchdown stands.
Oh, well.
Wow.
Bryson Tatum hit the quarterback late. So they'll penalize that on the kickoff, and touchdown's good. So now Crandall takes the lead 13-12 with 58 seconds remaining as the Indians get caught playing too tight on press coverage, and Bowman got by him for the big score from 80.
Pirates set to go for 2 here now. Cruz takes the snap, rolls to his right, under some pressure, looks, throws.
Got hit.
And incomplete.
Tatum.
No good.
Tatum hit him in the back as he makes the throw, incomplete. So no 2-point conversion. It'll keep the score at 13-12, Aaron. Let's take a break and come back.
We'll step away for 30 and come back. You're listening to Fightin' Indian Football on JHS-Sports.com.
Dr. Folden, Dr. Westbrook, Dr. Rutherford, and their dental team at All Smiles provide a wide range of dental services. This includes cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, implants, and cosmetic dental care. Call and schedule your appointment at 903-586-0741.
Bill McRae Ford has been serving East Texans since 1976. They can help you find the best deal on a used car, or if you're ready to purchase something new. Open Monday through Saturday. Bill McRae Ford. Come see us.
If you walk through the Tomato Bowl, you've seen the beautiful large photos and arrowheads as well as signage around the stadium. Eric and Kathleen Stanfield can print large format images on metal, glass, and wood, and they do a lot more. Visit their showroom and see for yourself. Congratulations in Jacksonville, sponsors of the Play of the Game Award.
And we're back live at the Tomato Bowl. 58 seconds to go first half. Our score now, Crandall 13, Jacksonville 12. And Matt, we talked about that sort of parade of horrors that Crandall had there, and we thought it might continue, but boy, did they find a great touchdown pass to DeAndre Bowman that stood and puts them in the lead.
Well, that's why in football you hear coaches say, next play, next play, next play, because you've always got a chance to fix something bad that just happened, because you're going to get another play. And, boy, Crandall just wiped out all those bad plays, penalties, fumbles, everything on that last drive with one play. So now the ball's going to be moved all the way up to the 45 of
they got
Jacksonville.
to delay a game.
Yeah, another one.
See, that's that 40-second deal. I mean, it's you're going to see this continue. You know, maybe the first 2 or 3 games, guys, because until you get into a rhythm and you kind of say, "Oh yeah, we got to get out there. We got to get out there." As soon as that extra point is dead, the official points it, and he starts that 40-second clock. You got to get out there. So now the ball is at the 50 after the roughing the passer penalty on Jacksonville. Let's see how deep he kicks this. It's out of here.
Yeah, that'll be out the back of the end zone, so touchback to the Fightin' Indians.
Well, there's 58 seconds remaining, guys, and don't think that Jacksonville isn't thinking here on their own 20-yard line, 25-yard line that they're going to take a couple of shots. I mean, I would not. If I'm Crandall, I'm not gonna look for a victory kneel here, trying to kill the clock.
Yeah, certainly not with Patrick Clater. We know what kind of arm he's got.
Yeah, especially after Carmelo caught a 95-yarder. I mean, you got to respect that. And guess who split out to the right here on the Jacksonville side? And Wayne Coleman out here coaching him up again from 8th grade to varsity. Big jump. He's already got a 95-yarder. Let's see what he can do.
Clater going to hand off this time. Right side, try nothing doing there.
Interesting call there. Wayne Coleman deciding that, you know what, we may not take a shot right here. Clock continues to run. So let's see if he's just kind of baiting them here.
Keep in mind, Jacksonville did defer to the second half, so they will be getting the ball. So that may be factoring into Wayne Coleman's plans here. 20 seconds and counting here in the first half. Clater takes the snap, drops back, sets. He's going to throw deep. He's looking for Claiborne. There's 2 men on him down there, and that one falls incomplete.
Yeah, it looked like Claiborne just mistimed his jump right there. I mean, he went up. Did you see how high he got up?
Yeah,
guys, this is a 14-year-old freshman. Oh, my goodness.
Very impressive.
I mean, he skied, baby. He went up over the rim on that one, and he just didn't time it right. And for a second, I thought it was just a perfect throw and he was going to catch it in stride. But he just kind of pulled up and jumped. So it stops the clock. with 9 seconds. Jacksonville here will look at 3rd and 10, so now Jacksonville is going to take a timeout.
9 seconds to go, as you said, Matt.
Stay with us. We'll have our Whataburger halftime report. Todd will be along with halftime statistics sponsored by Randy Gorham, your hometown CPA, and also the great mayor of Jacksonville. Todd will have those. We'll have the Cherokee Charmers will be performing along with the Jacksonville High School Band, the Majorettes, some other fun stuff as well. And of course, we'll have our All Smiles halftime interview with head football coach Wayne Coleman. Try to catch him coming off the field.
This timeout brought to you by Homes and Properties Realty. Want to make sure we shout out our friends at Homes and Properties. Thank them for all their support.
Absolutely. So Jacksonville now in the huddle on the field, the coaching staff talking to the offense, and we're trying to cook something up right here. Obviously, you don't call timeout with 9 seconds and just do a running play, I don't think. So here's Jacksonville. Asking Patrick Clater, asking Coach Coleman one little last bit of advice here. Crandall backing up just a little bit, guys, in prevent.
Clater, 3-step drop, sets his feet. He's just going to heave this one up over the middle. Triple coverage down there and intercepted. And now you got to make the stop if you're Jacksonville, and they will.
No.
Well, he got away from the first tackle there. And finally, they'll get him down, and that will do it for the first half. But I'll tell you what.
Wow.
Heart in the throat time there for Jacksonville for a second.
And we got an injured Jacksonville player on the field right now. And, man, I just hate to say, last play of the half, I mean, good grief. That is just disappointing right there. Let's see who this is, guys, before we head out here and get Wayne Coleman. He's going to see who that is.
Number 7, Darian Jones.
Okay, it's Darian Jones down. Let's get Coach Coleman here. Coach, we'll check on Darian Jones here. Wow, what a wild first half. Coach, you controlled the football like you wanted to in the first quarter, and, boy, after a wild second quarter where you just kept pushing it back to get the big play.
Yeah, I mean, that's the game of football. I mean, you got to get the ball in the end zone, right? So we controlled the ball pretty well. I thought the ground game is coming around good.
Yeah. You really involved Dino in the passing game, really. I think he caught like 6 or 7.
Yeah, we've done a good job of, like we talked about, stretching the field from sideline to sideline. Can't give up that big play on defense.
Yeah, defensively, Coach, you're tackling well too.
Yeah, their tempo's getting us a little bit. That's typical of early season football. The tempo usually will work and try to get a team, on their conditioning.
Second half, what do you look for?
Same old. They're going to try to play the game fast. We're going to try to control the football.
Okay, go check on Darian.
Thanks.
Head coach Wayne Coleman, back to you, Aaron.
Thanks, Matt. That was head coach Wayne Coleman on the All Smiles halftime interview. And as we head to halftime, our score, the Crandall Pirates 13, the Jacksonville Fightin Indians 12. We will be back with the Whataburger halftime report. We'll bring you first half stats brought to you by Randy Gorham, your hometown CPA. We'll do all that after this 2-minute break. You're listening to Fightin Indian Football on JHS-sports.com.
The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich is delicious. It's got that barbecue flavor, the cheese melts on top with that Texas toast. You look at it, your mouth starts watering. It's my go-to sandwich. The honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich, that's my all-time favorite.
Dr. Darwin Dar and his staff at Dar Chiropractic specialize in family chiropractic care, exercise rehab, digital x-rays, nutrition and weight loss programs, decompression, and chiropractic wellness care. Located down the street from the Tomato Bowl, Dar Chiropractic. They can help you feel better.
Austin Bank. You've known us all along.
If you walk through the Tomato Bowl, you've seen the beautiful large photos and arrowheads as well as signage around the stadium. Eric and Kathleen Stanfield can print large format images on metal, glass, and wood, and they do a lot more. Visit their showroom and see for yourself. Congratulations in Jacksonville, sponsors of the Play of the Game Award.
Hi, I'm Matt Montgomery. For the past 37 years, I've been helping people just like you get their financial ducks in a row. I'm a registered investment advisor and chartered financial consultant. We do portfolio management and comprehensive financial planning. Give me a call for a free consultation.
Dr. Folden, Dr. Westbrook, Dr. Rutherford, and their dental team at All Smiles provide a wide range of dental services. This includes cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, implants, and cosmetic dental care. Call and schedule your appointment at 903-586-0741.
Tonight's game statistics are sponsored by Randy Gorham, CPA. Randy Gorham, CPA, the source for your accounting and income tax needs since 1984.
TMC joins the UT Health family. We're bringing a new vision of healthcare to East Texas, where the brightest minds in academics and medicine work together to treat the most complex health challenges.
And we are back here at the historic Tomato Bowl. On the field now, the Jacksonville Fightin Indian Band and the award-winning Cherokee Charmers.
For the 2020-2021 school year.
And this is the Whataburger halftime report. If you're just joining us, our score at halftime, Crandall 13, Jacksonville 12.
Senior Lieutenant Jasmine Badgett. Junior Lieutenant Brittany Samaniego. And in the center, your captain, Morgan Washburn.
There you have the Charmer officers for 2020 being introduced.
Captain Morgan Washburn.
Head Sergeant McKenna Raines. Sergeant Esmeralda Madrano. Sergeant Flor Angeles. Sergeant Monica Balyin. Sergeant Brooklyn Hunter. Sergeant Laura Simpson. This week's Charmer of the Week is Marissa Franklin.
Here you have Marissa Franklin being honored as Charmer of the Week. Charmers, of course, Matt, under the direction of Laura Guidry.
Former Charmer, former Kilgore Rangerette, now doing the work for the Cherokee Charmers as director. Assisted by Tiffany Alexander, too, by the way. They do a great job with these young ladies and now getting ready to do one of their great routines. A routine that I'm sure that Todd and I experienced many times as Charmer dads.
And now, thanks to JHS Media and the UIL, we'll let you watch and listen as the award-winning Cherokee Charmers open their 2020 season.
The Charmers are under the direction of Laura Guidry and Tiffany Alexander. Ladies and gentlemen, the award-winning Cherokee Charmers.
Now taking the field, the Jacksonville Majorettes.
now, introducing the Jacksonville Indian Majorettes, directed by Brianne G. Majorette officers are Senior Lieutenant Natalia Juarez, First Lieutenant Vanessa Sanchez, Captain Shelby Cumbie, and Captain Mackenzie Ross. Twirler of the Week is Samantha Taylor. Watch now as the Jacksonville Majorettes perform to the Jonas Brothers hit, Sucker.
A great season opening performance from the Jacksonville Majorettes under the direction of Brianne G. And now the Jacksonville Fightin Indian Band under the direction of Mr. Donnie Barrier taking the field.
The School District is proud to present the 2020-2021 Jacksonville Fightin Indian Band. The band will perform to Shriners Parade March, percussion feature Circus Bee, and Them Basses. The band is under the field direction of Junior Drum Major Maria Morales and Senior Drum Majors Jenna Armitage and Hallie Hogg. Now at the center of the field, one of the most decorated military marching bands in the great state of Texas. That classic look, that awesome sound, that cry heard across the land. The Jacksonville Fightin Indian Band. The Fightin Indian Band is under the direction of Donnie Barrier, Preston Parker, Preston Long, Catherine Barrier, Kim Beard, and Brianne G. Freshmen of the week are Gerardo Arredondo and Jasmine Juarez. Band members of the week are Camden Fontenot and Todd Killingsworth. Ladies and gentlemen, the Jacksonville Fightin Indian Band.
So another great halftime performance by the Jacksonville Fightin Indian Band under the direction of Mr. Donnie Barrier. I'm glad we were able to bring you all the sights and sounds this year here on JHS-sports.com. This is the Whataburger Halftime Show. You make the order, and Whataburger makes it right. We're going to take a 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll have first half stats brought to you by Randy Gorham, CPA. You're listening to Fightin Indian Football on JHS-sports.com.
Our one-of-a-kind mushroom Swiss burger is back.
And now it's an all-time favorite. You're going to love this burger. That au jus sauce on top.
The creamy au jus sauce.
Every bite's perfect.
It's not just a mushroom Swiss burger, it's a Whataburger mushroom Swiss burger.
Since 1953, Huber Glass Oil has been serving East Texans the finest automotive fuels and lubricants. Huber Glass Oil Company, the clear solution for your business.
Bill McRae Ford has been serving East Texans since 1976. They can help you find the best deal on a used car, or if you're ready to purchase something new. Open Monday through Saturday. Bill McRae Ford. Come see us.
Tonight's game statistics are sponsored by Randy Gorham, CPA. Randy Gorham, CPA, the source for your accounting and income tax needs since 1984. Since 2004, Legends Old Time Burger Cafe has been the home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburgers. Hand-battered chicken strips, chicken fried steak, fries, and onion rings are the best around. Legends, home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburger.
Austin Bank. You've known us all along.
Looking to buy or sell property in East Texas? Homes and Properties Realty can assist you with any and all of your real estate needs, whether homes, acreage, lake property, or commercial. Members of the Greater Tyler Association of Realtors, serving all of East Texas.
As most of you know, Ricky and I practice law right next to the heart of Jacksonville, right next to the historic Tomato Bowl. The beating heart of Jacksonville ISD is right outside of our window, and there is nothing more special than getting to walk out of the office on a Friday evening and walk across the street to enjoy Indian football. And there's one message more important than all. Go Indians!
Yeah, where are we though?
Yeah,
why is it not static or something?
Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
Are we up? We are now. Hey, all right.
All right. So, folks, before we start this halftime report, well, I've got to say, if you know me, I've got a face for radio. But we've got a booth cam, thanks to Ryan Travis and the UIL and Lee Trailer, so you can blame them. But no, we're glad you're in the booth here with us. Aaron Swink, Todd Travis, Ryan Travis with you. And Todd, let's take a look at some first half stats. First half stats are brought to you by Randy Gorham, CPA. Randy has been your hometown CPA in Jacksonville for over 30 years, and we're glad he is sponsoring the stats again this year. So, Todd, let's start breaking it down, shall we?
Aaron, the stats were pretty even for the first half, just kind of like the score, with Crandall leading 13-12. Jacksonville started off with 2 scoring drives. We had the pass from Patrick Clater to Carmelo Claiborne for 95 yards to start.
A freshman, let's remember that.
And then Patrick made a really nice run for 14 yards for a touchdown. Crandall had a 1-yard run by their running back and a pass from their quarterback for 79 yards for their second touchdown. For team stats for the first half, Jacksonville had 241 yards on 30 plays. They had 199 yards passing on 12 completions and 42 yards rushing in the first half. Each team had 2 turnovers. Crandall had the 2 fumbles, and the Indians had 2 interceptions.
Well, Jacksonville jumping on those turnovers early, and Todd, in the pregame smoke signals, of course, we heard Coach Coleman say that winning the turnover battle was going to be key. You know, and he even said it's cliche, but it's good to see the Jacksonville defense capitalizing on a few early turnovers. But as you said, Crandall able to even that up in the first half. So, and really atone for a lot of their mistakes. Crandall had those 4 or 5 plays there in a row. We talked about kind of just that where the wheels fell off. But they were able to really kind of regain their composure, especially with that deep touchdown pass that they had here in this near side, and the Jacksonville defense just not quite up to the task yet. So first game for everybody.
Just a step slow there, weren't we? So for Crandall's team stats for the first half, they had 235 yards of offense on 30 plays with 150 yards passing and 85 yards rushing. Some individual stats for the Indians. Our quarterback, Patrick Clater, 12 completions on 19 attempts, 199 yards, 1 touchdown, and the 2 interceptions. Leading receiver with 6 catches out of the backfield, Dominic Hinojosa for 70 yards.
Yeah, we knew it had to be about 6 or 7, and that's, as we said, a new wrinkle to this Jacksonville offense, Todd, with that possession.
A little bit different than we've seen in the last few
game.
years.
And
yeah,
Ryan's joined us. Go ahead, Ryan.
If you were tuning in around the beginning to middle of the second quarter, you heard Hinojosa's name a lot.
Yeah.
It was just play after play, it seemed like. It was going to Hinojosa.
That's true. Yeah, and we were moving the ball pretty well at that point. So.
Yeah, and really a different look, as we've said, we knew we would see this, but a different look from the Indian offense. If you're familiar with what we were doing last year with Chris Carpenter, the way he could just stretch a field vertically, a lot different this year. But again, all about ball possession, time clock control, and the new offensive coordinator for Jacksonville with his professional experience. You can tell he's got a stamp on this offense already, and good to see these guys buying in.
Yeah, being able to pick up some of those short completions there and kind of march down the field instead of relying on that big ball quite as much as we did last year is fun to watch for sure.
Yeah, and keep that defense. Let your defense catch their breath. That's what so much of last year's when we got in trouble, it was because you scored on 1 or 2 plays. Of course, we had the 95-yard score here earlier, but when you're doing that, on most of your scoring drives, your defense is not able to catch their breath. And now that if you can control that aspect of your game a little bit more, then your defense can kind of have that break, and we've seen that pay off. A couple of big turnovers they got. So all around, I think Jacksonville pretty good form here for week 1, guys.
Seems like it.
Yeah, we looked really good at the beginning.
Yeah, of course, we talked about this, and this comes up every year. But in the first couple of ball games, you're going to have a couple of penalties. You're going to have a couple of substitution issues that are things that are going to get ironed out.
Mm-hmm.
And you've seen Jacksonville and Crandall struggle with that as well. But it is week 1 for everybody. And guys, let's not forget it's September 25th. So everybody's everything's a little bit off
bit different
in
this
2020. Is that the understatement of the year, guys?
That's true,
everything's just a little bit off in 2020.
Bit, yeah.
But overall, Jacksonville, I think can be happy with where they are. A lot to build on, but a good start here. And man, what a great night for football as well. I mean, obviously with the capacity limitations that we've had, and all that, it's different. But this video is great. The booth cam is great, Ryan.
Yeah, hey.
I gotta say,
whether you like it or not,
I gotta say,
whether you're comfortable being on camera or not, it adds something to the broadcast.
It absolutely does. Ryan Travis does everything top notch. I gotta say.
Hey, I'll tell you what it adds.
What's that, Matt?
It adds about 10 pounds.
10 pounds, at least.
yeah, it does. Hey, I got hey,
10 pounds.
Hey, man. No, I mean, I'm being generous too, guys.
Yeah. You guys may notice I'm sort of sitting on the edge of the frame here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find my good side.
I have one hyphenated word for you guys.
And what's that?
Sit ups.
Yeah.
Like sit up.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I'm just messing with you.
When they told me to do crunches and I asked if Nestle's were okay,
it's all in love, man. I just care about y'all's health.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
No, seriously, y'all look good up there, man.
Yeah, thanks,
I like the cam. Nice touch, Ryan. Y'all look good on there. I love the way y'all did the stats. Awesome.
Yeah, the halftime stats again brought to you by Randy Gorham CPA, your hometown CPA, your current mayor of Jacksonville, and a pretty good fisherman as well, it's got to be said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Although I haven't gotten my invite to go fishing yet, Randy, so what's that about?
A little shout out there.
What's that about?
I mean, he is the mayor. I mean, you got to get
he's a busy man.
You got to get in line, man.
That is for sure. Everybody that's anybody wants to wet a hook with Randy Gorham.
Hey, y'all want to hear some halftime scores?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
sure.
Let's roll through some of these. New Caney over Marshall. 20-17, 5 minutes to go in the third.
That's close.
Pine Tree's taking care of Princeton. Well, it's pretty close. 41-30 late in the third. Pine Tree over Princeton. Bullard 21-10 over Spring Hill right now. Bullard kind of on a roll here. Chapel Hill over Athens 24-12. That score is at the half. And how about the Carthage Bulldogs continuing to roll? Defending state champion up on – this is number 1 Carthage versus number 1 Gilmer.
Wow.
At Gilmer, 28-0 Carthage. Late in the third, yeah.
Wow.
Rusk over Brownsboro at the half. This is score right, 49-0.
Yeah, Brownsboro, another one of those teams, Matt, that has been decimated early in the season with the COVID situation. I think they missed a game or two and had a lot of players had to quarantine with it. So it's like you said, we were talking earlier about how do you practice? How does that work when you come back out of the quarantine? That sort of thing. And I think Brownsboro maybe kind of really feeling the effects of that.
So that rounds out most of the scores in the district. Of course, we already mentioned that last night Texas High just destroyed Tyler High School, old John Tyler High now, 41-21. Watch some of that. And Texas High guys, they're the real deal. I was texting Coach Coleman, and I went, seriously? Man, they're big. So it's going to be a tough 9-5A Division II. So Crandall is back out on the field. Jacksonville getting ready to come back out. It's so unfortunate at the end of that first half on that interception run back. Darian Jones, the Jacksonville senior, very distraught right now. He got injured and being comforted over here by his family on the sideline. A tough break. I mean, I don't know how serious the injury is, but he is not coming back tonight. He still took off his shoulder pad, so we won't see the senior back. So Wayne Coleman's going to have an interesting situation when he has to punt because Darian Jones was his punter. So we'll have to see how that turns out. Jacksonville will get the football to start this second half. Down 13-12, and really a strange second quarter where everything just seemed to go wrong for Crandall. And then all of a sudden you get the one big play for 80 yards. I guess we'll call it 79.5. And you take the lead back 13-12 after being down. So 13 unanswered points by Crandall. This Jacksonville did go up 12-0. And so the Fightin Indians back out on the field, fired up, ready to go. We're fired up, ready to go. Hope everybody's enjoying the broadcast. I've had a few people commenting on that. Enjoy the comments. Thank you very much.
Be interesting to see what the numbers are at right now after the booth cam incident.
Well, and
that's what I'm going to refer to it as, Ryan Travis.
We kind of have a serious situation on the sidelines. Matt lost his roster.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I walked across the field, and these plastic wraps just don't slip out. So let me see if I can.
You didn't stick it under your hat, did you, man?
No, I think I know where I left it, but it's a long walk over there, but I think I'm going to have to make it because I got to have a roster. So y'all may have to kind of carry this thing for a second.
Well, Aaron, I'll have you know, over 200 people watched us on the booth cam.
How about that?
So thank you guys for tuning in.
I'm going to get fashion tips, workout tips, all kinds of things.
Yeah, we probably got some comments there.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So Jacksonville about to get the kickoff. Devin McEwen deep.
We need it, guys.
Here's the kickoff in the start of the second half.
And we are underway. The Bill McRae kickoff, fielded cleanly inside the 10, now cutting to the right, and finally upended at about the 15 is McEwen.
So Jacksonville not good field position after McEwen. Again, 10th grade, can't go east and west in varsity football. He'll learn that on the kickoff. He gets to the 10, and he starts running sideways. That is not good in varsity football. They will run you down, and that's what happened. So y'all excuse me just a second. I think I know where I left my roster.
So Jacksonville will start things off this second half here at the 16-yard line as Patrick Clater brings the Fightin Indians back onto the field, down 13-12 to Crandall. If you're just joining us, stoppage of play almost immediately here as we've got a procedure call to go against Jacksonville. So the Indians move back 5 yards to their 11-yard line. 2 receivers each way for Clater. 1 man in the backfield is Hinojosa. Now man in motion left side to right. Jet sweep handoff. And lots of room to run.
McEwen!
And he will go a long way. He may go all the ways deep into Crandall territory. Finally ridden out is McEwen. But not until he makes his way, as we said, deep into Crandall territory. They'll spot him at about the 30-yard line, see exactly where they put him down.
And unfortunately for Jacksonville, there's an injured player for Crandall. But what I'm saying is unfortunately for Jacksonville and Crandall with the injured player, there's a flag right by that young man's helmet. I'm not sure what the flag is for. They're bringing it back.
Personal foul against Jacksonville.
Blindside block.
Yeah, you cannot come back. There's no more ear hole blocks like that where you just kind of crack. It's the old crackback block, Todd, and you can't do that. They're taking all those physical plays like that because the concussion's out of it, and so yeah, you can't do that.
Well, that wiped out a really nice play.
Yeah, they're gonna get Casey Kennedy for that one from his H-back position. Huge run nullified there by Devin McEwen. So the injured player being helped off the field now. For the Crandall Pirates, I got, I think, number 6 right there. Let's see, that's, gosh, another one of those names, Aaron. I'll let you have that one. Godwin Ugachuwu.
Number 6, yeah.
Man.
That sounds pretty good.
Are they recruiting in Zambia? I mean, whoa.
Ugochukwu, I think it is. We'll call him Godwin.
Yes, Mr. U. So the penalty pushes Jacksonville back to their 6-yard line. They'll stay at first down, 1st and 20 from the spot of the foul. Got to hurry here. 4 on the clock. Got it
2
off.
and 1. They get the snap off to the Indians. And a keeper up the middle.
Good zone read by Patrick.
He'll make his way out to about the 9.
Just quick movement by that front by the Crandall Pirates. Just a nice play there by DeCavian Wilson, the junior, from his linebacker position. So it's 2nd down. Clater will just get 2. Good ball fake right there to Dino as defensive end collapsed on Dino, but it was Patrick with the carry. But again, the defensive front doing the job for Crandall. 2nd down, 17.
Clater drops back, sets, now under pressure, going to climb the pocket, looks over the middle, throws incomplete.
Oh, man, he had this man right there. Oh, man. He had Lakedrian Williams wide open in the middle of the field, and Patrick threw off his back foot and just didn't get a good spin on the ball. Incomplete, 3rd down long now for Jacksonville, with the ball still at their own 8-yard line. Boy, you sure like good things to happen on your opening drive, or if you're on defense, to make them go 3 and out. And this one has not started well for Jacksonville. Look out.
Clater under pressure again in the end zone. This time he's got to get rid of the ball. He cannot. That's a safety.
Somebody whiffed on the offensive line badly. Just almost untouched for Crandall right there coming in. And it's number 10. What a tackle by David. It must be his brother. Samuel's brother made the tackle. Amisco.
Yeah, number 10, David Omasigo.
Omasugo, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That was just awful. I mean, somebody, I don't know if you had a check at the line, but Patrick was going to set up a screen, and he wanted the defensive front to come in, but if you're setting up a screen, you don't just let the defensive front come. You got to get a chip. You got to stop them a little bit, and it just looked like they just said, come on in, we're going to set up the screen, and that guy had some speed, and before Patrick could even get his feet set, he was in his hands for the safety. So now 15-12 Crandall, and Jacksonville will now punt the football. Now actually it's going to be Santos with Darian Jones, the punter, out now with the injury on the last play of the first half. Santos Aguilar, who is having a drink right now, I guess, over on the sideline, drinking some water. Here he comes. Didn't know that he had to come in.
He hadn't figured that out yet either.
No, he's getting his helmet strapped on. He can't figure it out. Well, now they're going to have to call timeout. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, they couldn't get Aguilar in there. And
again, you know, these are situations that, you know, it's hard to work on these in practice.
Yeah.
It's like, what do? You say, okay, everybody, we got a safety. Everybody come off the field. I mean, you just don't do that in practice.
And then you got to throw in that your normal punter is hurt. You got to throw that into your practice routine.
So I can assure you that they'll work on it this week. You know, whenever you have a sequence of events where things like that happen, you know, when you have the 40-second clock run out on you in the previous kickoffs, you get to delay a game, you're going to work on that in practice. But like I said, when you're putting in a new offense, not a totally new offense that Jacksonville was trying to put in with Josh Moore, the new offensive coordinator, but a few new tweaks. You're spending a lot of time on that. You had the COVID thing where everything was interrupted. These things happen, in other words, okay? So before people get critical of coaches and say, why didn't they fix that? Man, you have not coached before if you think you have the answers to all those kinds of questions. So back to play after the safety. Jacksonville now will tee it up, kickoff. And it's going to be Cameron Glass. No, it's Aguilar.
Aguilar, short run up, and he'll pop this one up to about the 35 of Crandall. Fielded cleanly there. Lots of room to run for the big man on Masigo as he makes his way into Jacksonville territory. But as you said, Matt, there is a flag that should bring this back.
Again, you know, you play these non-district games to work on things. What does it look like Jacksonville is having problems with tonight, guys? Their coverage on kickoffs and punts. I mean, they've run a lot of them back for a lot of yardage. This one's going to get brought back against Crandall. They'll keep possession of the football, but clearly there's some things that, you know, you got to work on. Got to stay in your lane. Can't get out of it. Field's divided up, and you got to stay in your lane and take care of your area, and clearly Jacksonville has not done that well on kickoffs and punts tonight against Crandall. So here's the Pirates. After getting the safety and now with a 15-12 lead over Jacksonville, with their first possession, they'll start at their own 38-yard line.
Two receivers right, one left, pitch to the left side, and now cutting back right, lots of room to run, and first down yardage and more for Abram as he spins his way down into Jacksonville territory.
Just a great play by Abram. The play designed to go to this Jacksonville sideline. He just reverses fields and reverses his field and turns around and goes the other way. Just a great athletic play for the first down.
Handoff this time again straight ahead to Abram, and he will push forward to about the 46-yard line.
Nice play by Casey Kennedy, hanging on till he got some help. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8 now for Crandall in Jacksonville territory now at the 47.
Handoff again is to Abram, and he will take it up the gut to about the 39.
Starting to get a feel for this Crandall offense that they're starting to take control up front with those big offensive linemen. The big guys up front are pushing Jacksonville down the field.
And that's given them the chance to just stick with Abram, but the Indians
spoke too soon
on him there in a hurry.
Yeah, spoke too soon right there. Tatum comes in, makes the play along with Keelan McCullough, and another Jacksonville player down. What is this, about the 4th, 5th time that we've had to stop play with an injured Jacksonville player? Crandall's had a couple of injuries, but Jacksonville has really had the bug bite him in this first ball game at Tomato Bowl. Let's take a break here.
Yeah, we'll step away as they tend to him for 30 seconds. You're listening to Fightin' Indian Football on JHS-Sports.com.
Gene Brumlow, class of 66, and his daughter Ann Farmer proudly support Jacksonville athletics. Come on over to the South Jackson Dairy Queen and get one of their world-famous blizzards. Dairy Queen, where happy tastes good.
Tonight's game statistics are sponsored by Randy Gorham, CPA. Randy Gorham, CPA, the source for your accounting and income tax needs since 1984. Since 2004, Legends Old Time Burger Cafe has been the home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburgers. Hand-battered chicken strips, chicken fried steak, fries, and onion rings are the best around. Legends, home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburger.
Austin Bank. You've known us all along.
That 100% beef Whataburger takes 2 hands and all of your attention. So yeah, now's the time to sneak that fry. Good thing there's plenty to savor. Good thing there's Whataburger.
And we're back live at Tomato Bowl. Caden Franklin, the Fightin' Indian who was just helped off the field. And back to play, the Pirates to punt here. And you can hear the poison call as the Indian players get away from the ball.
Wow.
And another great
coffin corner.
Coffin corner. You said it, Matt. Punt for the Pirates.
Goodness gracious. The field position for Jacksonville has been terrible. This is the 4th drive that they have started inside their 10-yard line. This second half, the moment ago, they started at their 14, so I can't count that one, inside their 15, we'll say. This one's going to start at the 3. They had one start at the 1, which eventually turned into a 95-yard touchdown pass from Clater to Claiborne. But this one is another coffin corner that takes Jacksonville all the way back to start this drive from their own 3.
So the Indians.
Dino checks back in, by the way.
Yeah, yet again in the shadow of the goalpost. And Clater going to roll out. He's under pressure, and he goes down again.
Oh, he barely got out. Come on, guys. You've got to get your blocks.
He's just out of the end zone, just escaping what would have been the second safety of the ball game.
Who is with him? I mean, they're getting air, some of these offensive linemen for Jacksonville. It just looks like Crandall's just coming straight through. I don't see any power swim moves or nothing. It's just like a dead sprint. I don't know if it's what the calls are. I don't know what's going on. But that time Clater I mean, right when he took a step, there was two guys in the backfield, and he made a heck of an athletic play just to stick the nose of the ball out of the end zone. 2nd, 13 at the goal line. Penalty on Jacksonville.
Be half the distance. If you can take half the distance.
Not much there. Maybe Crandall's just doing a heck of a job stunning, but the safety a moment ago and that play previous to this one, whew, they were in the backfield.
Man in motion.
Here it is, safety.
And they will swarm him. Well, the Pirates, second safety of the ball game.
You know, that's pretty unusual when you have one safety, but when you have two, I mean, that is very unusual. And Crandall with two of them in this third quarter. Already 17-12 now, Crandall and Jacksonville. Well, how much more can you ask of your defense? I mean, this is a really good offense that Crandall brings to Tomato Bowl, especially their running game. They got some big cats that can run the ball, and your defense forced them to punt a moment ago, but then your offense just kind of imploded there.
Well, and again, Matt.
They did.
Yeah, they did, but that goes to show you what a good punting game can do for you as well. I mean, we've seen a couple. Of course, we saw the bad snap, the botched punt attempt earlier, but we've seen a couple of really great punts and great coverage from Crandall. And, of course,
there's two elements of a coffin corner punt. One, the defense can smell blood. Okay, if they do that, then that's a problem. And then number two, if your offense gets nervous, you combine those two things, what happens? You get two safeties.
So the kick is away, the free kick to Crandall. Fielded cleanly inside the 30. Lots of room to run and ahead of speed. Back into Fightin Indian territory go the Pirates. And that's where they'll start at the Jacksonville 44.
Yeah, and the coverage right there wasn't that bad for Jacksonville, even though it was a big return. It was just a low kick. Didn't have any air under it. And, you know, Aguilar just kind of hit a line drive down there. When you do that on a short field and get a guy that had a steam like that, you're going to get good field position, which is what Crandall has once again, leading 17-12 with 8:13 remaining in this third quarter.
Handoff is faked. Abram pass to the right is incomplete.
A little bit behind the receiver there, Moffitt.
Was looking for Moffitt over there.
Yeah, Isaiah Mallard on the coverage, and Moffitt had a step on Mallard. If he makes that catch, he may score. Fortunately, it was thrown a little bit behind him, couldn't catch it. Got him in the backfield.
This time a handoff goes nowhere.
Good play by Jacksonville, getting back there. I believe that's Kennedy coming up and getting in the backfield. Kennedy plays kind of a strong safety position. You know, he's not a safety per se because he rolls up so tight. He's almost like another linebacker there, but he has pass coverage duties. Comes in and makes the tackle. Big loss on the play. 3rd down, 19.
Two receivers each way this time for Crandall. Going to be screen pass to the left side and get blown up.
Caleb Clayton with the tackle. And you're exactly right. He blew him up as Devin McEwen comes out on the field to get this punt, get the ball back for Jacksonville as Kenny Kennedy's defense laying the wood the last couple of drives. Now, can the offense get in sync here, wake up, and play like they did in that first quarter? And here's that weapon, the punter for Crandall. He's had a heck of a night.
Kick is away.
Watch out!
Short one almost. Good call, Matt. It almost hit. I think that's Clayton on the top of his head, which would have been a live ball. But as it stands, it bounces out of bounds at about the 17 where Jacksonville will take over.
You got to know where the ball is. Caleb was just – ball came right. I think it actually hit his foot and went out of bounds. So the Indians got a break there when it went out of bounds because it was a live ball. So now Jacksonville, better field position, I'll say, but not much better. It's at the 17 as Dino will check back into the backfield with Patrick Clater. Mallard split wide right. In the slot, Rivers. And it's Rivers.
And they'll hit Rivers. He makes one man miss, and then he barrels over another at the 30, out to the 33-yard line, and that's good for another Bill McCray Ford first down.
What a physical player that Rivers has become. Latrell Rivers, the senior, he got some time last year defensively. He's put on about 15 pounds of muscle, and you saw it once he made the catch, get up the field, lower his head, and got an extra 3 or 4 yards, first down, pushes the ball out to the 35 of Jacksonville.
2 receivers each way. Now man in motion from the right side slot to the left. Jet sweep as he is met almost immediately on turning the corner as McEwen.
McEwen needed to plant that left foot. Now, I'm not coaching here. I'm just saying that, when you're getting carries as a sophomore, again, going wide is not going to work for you. You got to find that crease. You just got to stick your nose in there. You're not going to outrun them to the sideline. And that play is designed for you to read that linebacker, and if he overplays it, you got to cut back up the field. He didn't do that. Does pick up 3 on the play, 2nd and 7.
Trips right, 1 left now. Empty backfield. Clater going to keep on his own read and had to kind of make something out of nothing, but not much there.
This is just a struggle right now offensively for Jacksonville's offensive line. I mean, Crandall is just out, just being more physical right now. There's no other way to say it. They're just shoving Jacksonville back, and Clater didn't really have a chance to execute the zone read. He just had to get what he could.
Clater with some time, looks to the left side slot. Got his man, but got no yardage after the catch.
I believe it's Dino, and he's going to be short by about a couple yards. Check that, Mallard with the catch, his first tonight. So it's 4th down, and Bryson Tatum's going to head to running back, checking in for Dino Hinojosa. So Jacksonville will go for it here on their own 45-yard line. Not too much of a gamble here when you got a power guy like Bryson Tatum, but the way that the Crandall has gotten fires off the ball on that defensive line, guys, Jacksonville's offensive line better get a push here.
Under 5 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Tatum gets the handoff, straight ahead he goes.
He got it.
He's going to be close. I think he does have it. Good spot. We'll get him another Bill McCray Ford first down.
And it was that extra. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No.
Oh, you heard?
Oh,
yeah, they're going to say
that
short.
Is awful.
Yeah, they're going to say that he was short, Matt.
Absolutely awful spot right there. The Jacksonville coaching staff can't believe it. Guys, he pushed that football past the 45. And look where they mark it, inside there.
He actually fell over, and you could hear Wayne Coleman. He fell over the 45-yard line, so the ball was well ahead of that. But they'll say he was stopped, so Crandall takes over at the Jacksonville 45.
Play's over. You got to go.
Handoff is to Abram, who rides a few of his blockers close to the 40, call it the 42-yard line.
That's the 2nd time tonight that I've seen forward progress. This is what they call it. Not honored. They're not using that forward progress on the play. It hurt Crandall a moment ago. Now it's hurt Jacksonville.
Yeah, this time again, handoff to Abram, right side running, and I think, as you said, Matt, Crandall with those big offensive linemen, they're just going to try to lean on Jacksonville a little bit here.
Yeah, they're just going to grind the clock here and run the ball.
They'll pitch out to Abram, this time on the right side, and he will
get the first down.
Have first down yardage. You said it, Matt.
And this is what Crandall wanted to do. Jacksonville just shot out to a 12-0 lead, and the offense for Crandall never really had a chance to get really in sync in that first half, first ball game. They certainly are now with their running game.
3:40 and counting, 3rd quarter as Crandall continues to drive. This time a pass to the left side is incomplete.
Yep. Trying to hit the big fella. Mr. U. Omosigu. And now we got another injured player for Jacksonville. I believe that's number 5 tonight, Caleb Clayton. Now, fortunately,
it's actually the 2nd time Clayton's been down.
Yeah, fortunately, it looks like he's okay. He got rolled up in the tackle, and it's like a stinger. You're like, oh man, this hurts, and then it'll go away. He'll be all right. So let's take a break here as I tend to him.
Yeah, we'll step away for 30 seconds. You're listening to Fightin' Indian Football on JHS-Sports.com.
Austin Bank. You've known us all along.
That 100% beef Whataburger takes 2 hands and all of your attention. So yeah, now's the time to sneak that fry. Good thing there's plenty to savor. Good thing there's Whataburger.
And we are back. 3:30 to go here, third quarter. Crandall leading Jacksonville by a score of 17-12. And the Pirates have a little drive going here, Matt.
Yeah, they do. 2nd and 10 now after the incompletion. They've had pretty good field position in this third quarter. Here's the Wildcat.
Omasigu takes the Wildcat snap, and he's going to run to the right behind a couple of blockers. Now cut back left, run over a man. I guess why not at his size, and he's got first down yardage.
He's tough to bring down, but you got to tackle. I mean, you're not going to grab that guy up high. You know, he's 6'2", 6'3", about 210, 215. You got to grab him around the waist and pull down. Quarterback keeper.
Snap this time is kept. Right side running, couple of yards there. It's Austin Cruz returning back to the quarterback position. They'll go quick here with the Pirates. Cruz takes the snap, fakes a handoff, throws left, got a man, got a block inside the 10, and finally dragged down around the 5.
Yeah, no, we're going to have another injured player.
So that's another first down.
There we go. He's getting up. A little friendly fire right there as Latrell Rivers took a shot from his own teammate right there, Clayton, but he's okay.
Pirates going quick, running up the gut and knocking on the door again.
Yeah, Jacksonville is just on their heels right now, guys.
2:22 and counting. The Pirates just want to keep going at a fast pace, but
I mean, Kenny Kennedy, I don't know if you can hear him through my mic, but he is coaching his tail off right now.
There's a false start that'll back them up a little bit. Yeah, Matt.
He is just wearing it out, and his players look. You just look at them right now. They got their hands on their waist. You know, the offense has just been unable to really keep the defense off the field in this third quarter. But it's been a long third quarter, and it's about to get longer if you don't keep them out of the end zone.
Cruz takes the snap, pitches right to Abram, and he will walk in. Touchdown, Crandall.
So swinging gate right here pushes the score now 23-12. Let's see what the Pirates do right here.
Yeah, this.
Get ready. They may just snap it and go. You got to be
gate,
ready.
They can do that. So
well, here they come.
Now they'll bring it into the traditional extra point setup. But, yeah, you got to watch that with these guys, Matt.
You do, because they're going to snap it sometime, and it's going to be right there to the up back, and it's going to be 3 guys, and it's 3-on-3, and who can score?
So the extra point attempt is up, and it is good. So with 2:16 to go here in the third quarter, score now Crandall 24, Jacksonville 12. We'll take 30 seconds and come back. You're listening to Fightin' Indian Football on JHS-Sports.com.
TMC joins the UT Health family. We're bringing a new vision of healthcare to East Texas, where the brightest minds in academics and medicine work together to treat the most complex health challenges and improve lives, where access to world-class medicine and cutting-edge technology will bring health, hope, and a brighter tomorrow. We are UT Health East Texas, advancing healthcare together.
Bill McRae Ford has been serving East Texans since 1976. They can help you find the best deal on a used car, or if you're ready to purchase something new. Open Monday through Saturday. Bill McRae Ford. Come see us.
And we are back here at the historic Tomato Bowl, downtown Jacksonville. Glad you're with us. If you're just joining us, Crandall leading Jacksonville 24-12 after the Fightin Indians jumped out to a 12-0 lead, Matt. And, boy, Crandall in control right now.
That's just 2 scores. It's a long way from being over. Here's McEwen.
That is true, and McEwen fields this one cleanly. He's got lots of room to run it on the far side, the 40, 45, and finally pushed out about midfield. So after all that abysmal field position for Jacksonville that we've been talking about, Matt, here's a little breath of fresh air.
Yeah, you just need some confidence right now if you're Jacksonville offensively. You just need a couple of good plays to kind of loosen it up. I thought they did that on that previous drive when, Dontrell made the catch and then made the tough physical run for about 12 yards to get a first down, and then things just kind of blew up a little bit. So you gotta reestablish what you did in that first quarter, and you got to give credit to Crandall. I mean, they've obviously made some pretty nice adjustments to Jacksonville's running game because it has been non-existent, guys, since about the middle of that, maybe toward the end of the first quarter. Good field position here to start this drive at the Jacksonville 47.
Indians will go with 2 receivers each way for Patrick Clater, and he will fire this one on a slant over the middle. Got his man.
Claiborne.
First down yardage for Carmelo Claiborne. Another Bill McCray Ford, first down to the 37-yard line of Crandall.
That was not an easy ball to catch right there for Carmelo Claiborne. It was a bullet by Patrick Clater, and it was low. And when you're running a slant route and that ball's coming in low, you got to stop on a dime and turn around and scoop that thing off the ground. You can't keep running that slant. You got to stop, turn around, and he did that well, did Carmelo Claiborne, the freshman. First down, Jacksonville.
Clater now drops back, sets, looks to his left, got his man in the left side slot, and makes a man miss and still on his feet and hear the sticks. Wow.
Spot that number, who?
That was number 6.
Yeah,
that's
Williams.
That's Lukey Williams.
Lukey
over there.
Williams, he's 5'4".
Lukey, they call him Lukey.
Yeah, Lukey. He's 5'4", about 135.
Wow.
I saw him catch 4 touchdown passes last year in the junior varsity. I mean, he can go. I mean, you got to cover him. He makes a nice catch for 9 yards right there. Pushes the football to the 34.
2nd and 10. This time handoff straight ahead.
First down.
Will be good for another Bill McCray Ford. First down.
Dino.
As Hinojosa.
Oh, yeah, Dino.
So the Devin McEwen kickoff return set it up. And as you said, Aaron, nice way to start. It kind of gets a little bit of confidence, a little boost in your step as Mallard checks into the ballgame at wide receiver.
We'll go under a minute here. Third quarter of play, 24-12. Our score, Crandall leading, but Jacksonville driving as Clater fires that one left, looking for a
incomplete. Devin
looking
McEwen
for Devin. Sorry, Matt, stepping on your
No,
your
that's
lines
good.
there.
McEwen just didn't get his head around quick enough. I mean, he was in his break, and Patrick, a little bit of happy feet right there by Clater because he's been feeling pressure. That third quarter this third quarter has just been a lot of heat on Patrick Clater. You had the safety, then just the pressure just to get out of the end zone, and he released that ball just a little bit too quick before Devin McEwen turned around. 2nd down, 10 now. Clock stops at 38 seconds here in the third. Clater, oh no, golly.
Empty backfield, snap gets away. Clater just going to have to dive on it, and he does all the way back.
First game stuff right here, buddy.
43.
So Clater is he's looking at his receivers and he's signaling, he's giving them a hand signal. And the center looks down between his legs and he sees Clater move his hand, so he snaps the ball. And Clater's looking at his receivers. And that makes it 3rd and 28. What's your 3rd and 28 call, Coach? Yikes.
So
it could be Claiborne out
here. So let's see if Jacksonville gets a snap off, and they will not. So they'll reset and do it again at the beginning of the fourth quarter, but after 3, our score, Crandall 24, Jacksonville 12. We'll take 30 seconds as they change ends. Come back. You're listening to Fightin Indian Football on JHS-sports.com.
Our one-of-a-kind mushroom Swiss burger is back.
And now it's an all-time favorite. You're going to love this burger. That au jus sauce on top.
The creamy au jus sauce.
Every bite's perfect.
It's not just a mushroom Swiss burger, it's a Whataburger mushroom Swiss burger.
Hi, I'm Matt Montgomery. For the past 37 years, I've been helping people just like you get their financial ducks in a row. I'm a registered investment advisor and chartered financial consultant. We do portfolio management and comprehensive financial planning. Give me a call for a free consultation.
If you walk through the Tomato Bowl, you've seen the beautiful large photos and arrowheads as well as signage around the stadium. Eric and Kathleen Stanfield can print large format images on metal, glass, and wood, and they do a lot more. Visit their showroom and see for yourself. Congratulations in Jacksonville, sponsors of the Play of the Game Award.
And we are back to start the fourth quarter of play. Our score here at the historic Tomato Bowl, Crandall 24, Jacksonville 12. The Indians driving, but the bad snap leaves us with a 3rd and 28. Start this fourth quarter.
They're going to pin their ears back.
And here come the Pirates, but Clater will fire left. His left side is intercepted, and the 50, the 40 of Jacksonville, 35-30, the return man, a big block there, spinning his way down inside the 20, still on his feet, and he will score.
75-yard interception return. Oh, my gosh. Patrick was thrown off his back foot there, and he was looking for Kennedy, and I'm not sure if Casey Kennedy didn't turn the slant in like he was supposed to, because he was kind of going straight up the field. Patrick threw a slant, and Casey Kennedy was running straight down the field. Boom, right into the defender's hand. I didn't get a number. And he took 75 yards.
That was Daughtry.
Oh, Daughtry. Good
who's
grief.
Done everything else tonight, too.
75. Good grief.
So now the extra point attempt is on the way and good. So with 11:36 to go in regulation, score now Crandall 31, Jacksonville 12. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Jacksonville Fightin Indian Football on JHS-sports.com.
As most of you know, Ricky and I practice law right next to the heart of Jacksonville, right next to the historic Tomato Bowl. The beating heart of Jacksonville ISD is right outside of our window, and there is nothing more special than getting to walk out of the office on a Friday evening and walk across the street to enjoy Indian football. And there's one message more important than all. Go Indians!
Since 2004, Legends Old Time Burger Cafe has been the home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburgers. Hand-battered chicken strips, chicken fried steak, fries, and onion rings are the best around. Legends, home of Jacksonville's best old-fashioned hamburger.
And we are back here live at the Tomato Bowl, downtown Jacksonville. 11:36 to go, fourth quarter. Crandall leading Jacksonville by a score of 31-12. And Matt, the Fightin Indians with some momentum of that last drive and then just lost it.
One play did it. I mean, bad snap, 3rd and 28. What do you do? And then all of a sudden you got the pick six for 75 yards.
Puts you in a desperation situation. You have the pick six and find yourself with an uphill battle. Fielded by the up man is the kickoff here.
Yeah, they decided not to kick it to Devin McEwen again.
Yeah, that's probably good.
Yep. So not totally out of the ball game just yet. 31-12. It's close. I mean, but you got 11 minutes to go. You got a big play offense, but that big play offense is really, I mean, let's be honest, it's been non-existent since the first quarter. I mean, the 12-0 lead, that was pretty much the extent of the big plays. Everything else has just been hard row to hoe there, buddy. So let's see if Jacksonville can keep their head here and just settle down and play the rest of this game cleanly.
Man in motion is McEwen, left to right. He'll get the handoff, and he's got some room to run. First down yardage all the way down to the Jacksonville 45. That's good for a Bill McCray Ford first down.
Jet sweep, good blocking. Indians did a nice job of sealing that edge for Devin McEwen. Of course, Devin, the younger brother of Deshaun McEwen, a 3-year starter here in Jacksonville, now at TCU as a safety. The fastest guy ever to play in Jacksonville, Deshaun McEwen. His little brother's going to be a good one here. Picks up 11 there.
2 receivers each way for Clater. He will set and fire. Left side slot complete. spot the number.
14,
That's
it's Devin.
McEwen again. He gets up a little gingerly, but he's on his feet, good to go.
Yeah, everybody tonight for Jacksonville just seems like they didn't hydrate. I mean, it's clear that the tribe did not drink as much water as they should have, because I'm seeing cramps, guys just bending over, grabbing ankles and calves and hamstrings. Got to hydrate.
Clater fires left.
Yep.
Got his man.
Rivers.
First down, yardage to Rivers.
Just
almost called him Don Trail again. That's why I caught myself.
Just matriculate the ball down the field, Lenny. That's what they're doing here. That's a real throwback there.
Yeah,
man.
Hank Schramm.
Yeah, thank you. You know he knew he had a mic on him.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, come on.
He had to.
Some of the stuff he was saying, he knew that he was being mic'd up. First down, Jacksonville.
2 right, 1 left. Clater drops back, sets. Deep ball, left side, end zone. Incomplete.
Outside shoulder of Latrell Rivers, and again the free safety coming over the top. So that was a pretty tight window for Patrick Clater to fit that ball in, with the safety for Crandall coming over there and just all the way across before the ball came down. And Latrell got his hands on it, but defender knocked it away. Second down 10. 35 of Crandall.
Clater looking left again, throwing, got Rivers this time, and he's
Latrell
down inside the 20.
Found something there, a little wrinkle.
That's good for another Bill McCray Ford first down.
Crandall playing a little soft. I like the way the Indians are working underneath. They've done 3 in a row like that, and it's moved the football all the way down to the 19 of Crandall with 9:45 and counting. Jacksonville down 31-12, man. You push it in right here, go for 2 maybe, and close this gap to a 2-score game. Well, now what? Got a penalty on Jacksonville.
Yeah, procedure on Jacksonville to call.
Discipline. Keep the same play. 1st and 15, pushes the ball back to the 24 of Crandall.
Clater looks right, throws. Incomplete, looking for McEwen and off his hands.
Just a hot pass right there, and McEwen just couldn't reel it in. Boy, you had Claiborne. See Claiborne coming back right now? He was in that corner right there, and he had his man beat, Daughtry, the safety. Daughtry's talking to his other safety, pointing at himself, saying, that was my guy, that's my bad. And Clater just didn't see Claiborne, who cleared him clearly wide open. Second down 15 now for Jacksonville.
Clater rolls right under pressure in the grasp, and down he goes. There's the flag.
Mask. Yep.
Good spot.
Clearly. So that'll give Jacksonville a first down. From the spot, let's see the yardage mark here. So Jacksonville gets a break.
Yeah, the automatic 15-yarder now.
Yeah, that wasn't just a grasp, that was a grab. A grab, a pull, a tug, and he was checking with a chiropractor. Fans, don't forget, we'll have our play of the game, sponsored by Congratulations, our Austin Bank offensive and defensive players of the game, as well as our Bone Crusher hit of the game, sponsored by Dr. Darwin Dar, your hometown chiropractor.
Now man in motion right side to left.
Devin.
Handoff is to McEwen, and he will battle his way down near the 5-yard line.
Push off of him. McEwen getting up a little ankle there, shaking it off. So McEwen will pick up 6, we'll call it 5, 2nd and 5 football now at the 7-yard line of Crandall. Clock was starting to become a factor here as the Indians trying to close this to a 2-score game. 8 minutes to go. You got to get rolling here. Get a score.
Slater takes a snap, drops, looks right for the corner of the end zone. Can't get it there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Lucky that one wasn't picked.
Well, I tell you, he is very fortunate. Exactly, Aaron. I mean, in fact, it should have been picked off, but the Crandall defender, Daughtry, just didn't time his jump right. He jumped up. I said, well, there's a pick in the end zone, and he just jumped a little bit too soon.
I'll bring up third down. 5 to go for Jacksonville. 8:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. Crandall leading by a score 31-12 after Jacksonville jumped out to a 12-0 lead. But now find themselves having to battle to make it a two-score game again. This time Slater fires incomplete.
Oh, man, Patrick knows he overthrew him. He had him. Good inside move by Rivers to get open, and he was there, and Patrick just sailed it. Again, Todd, you talked about it a moment ago. That Patrick's mechanics have depreciated just a little bit here in the second half, and you got to give Crandall credit. They're the cause of that. I mean, they're causing him to throw the football a little bit sooner than he wants to. And that time he just threw it off his back foot and it sailed. Fourth down, now or never. Got to score. You can get a first down at the 2, though.
Slater firing.
Touchdown!
Looking, touchdown!
Rivers, same play, came right back to him. Love the way that Coach Coleman and OC Josh Moore said, you know what, we're going to let Patrick take another shot.
So a Sadler's Marine touchdown.
Indians get back on it. And just a bullet to Rivers. And it was good coverage by the corner. I mean, the Crandall guy's like, I know it's coming. And he couldn't stop it anyway. Number 18, that's Kendrick Jones, a freshman. So here's Santos Aguilar with his first extra point attempt. Left-footed.
Kick is up, and it is good.
Yeah.
So with 8:22 to go here now.
Just a two-score game with 8:22 remaining.
So back to a two-score margin, and Jacksonville closing the gap. We'll take 30 seconds and come back. You're listening to Fightin' Indian Football on JHS-sports.com.
As most of you know, Ricky and I practice law right next to the heart of Jacksonville, right next to the historic Tomato Bowl. The beating heart of Jacksonville ISD is right outside of our window, and there is nothing more special than getting to walk out of the office on a Friday evening and walk across the street to enjoy Indian football. And there's one message more important than all. Go Indians!
The cable delayed ones.
Okay. Yeah. And we are back at historic Tomato Bowl. Jacksonville closing the gap on Crandall. The score now 31-19. How about a scoring drive summary, Todd Travis? It's been a while.
It was an 11-play drive, covered 67 yards, finishing with a touchdown, making the score Indians 19, Crandall 31.
Short kickoff.
Fair catch.
Fair catch is called for and made.
Boy,
at about the 22-yard line of Crandall.
Yeah, they were. Crandall was definitely looking for the onside kick. I mean, Jacksonville last night in the freshman game, they had 3 onside kicks. Jacksonville did. Got 2 of them. I don't know how many they had in the JV game up in Crandall, but I know the last one sure made a difference because that was the one that allowed them to get the game winner. So first down for Crandall at their 25 now. If Jacksonville, you get a 3-and-out right here and you can get a score quickly, it gets interesting. Can you stop them? Big fella.
Handoff is to Masigo. He's going to spread the field to the left side, still on his feet, first down yardage, and finally just angled out of bounds. It's the only way you were going to stop that.
I mean, yeah, you can stop it if you do what you do in practice. I watch them every day. They grab him around the waist and strip him down. You don't go up and hit him in the one in the middle of the chest. He's going to run over you. Tackle. Grab him.
2 right, 1 left. Go the receivers. Handoff this time. He's going right side, and
that's what I'm talking about.
Is a good tackle at about the 42.
That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly the kind of tackle that you're gonna. Now he's injured here.
Yeah, he's down.
That's the exact kind of tackle that you've got to do on that guy. When he's coming through there, you can't go put your helmet in his chest. You're gonna have your back on the turf. He's got a cramp here, so he's gonna be okay. The big runner, big number 7.
Samuel Omosigo.
I just say O with a bunch of consonants behind it. So he's got a little hamstring working here. Fans, again, don't forget we'll have our Austin Bank offensive and defensive players of the game for Jacksonville. We'll have our play of the game sponsored by Congratulations. Not only does Congratulations provide a weekly award, it's a nice little trophy for the play of the game, but they're also the folks who print those amazing large print formats that you see in the foyer of the Tomato Bowl when you come in. They can print just about anything you want. Glass, metal, wood, tile. Congratulations is your hometown awards and engraving store, and so much more. We want to thank them for sponsoring our play of the game. And don't forget my guy, Dr. Darwin Dar, the guy that pops me up about every couple of weeks and straightens me out.
Somebody's got to do it.
Somebody does. So if your body needs an adjustment, call Dr. Darwin Dar. He's your hometown chiropractor. He sponsors our Bone Crusher hit of the game. And I don't think there's probably going to be any doubt the guy that's going to dominate that most of the season for Jacksonville. He wears number 10.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got plenty more game here. Let's see if somebody lights somebody else up like he has already.
When he first came in on offense tonight, he laid a bone-crushing hit. So
that's the one I'm thinking about.
Yeah,
Bone Crusher doesn't have to be just defense.
Right. Well, you just know with him, he's just a guy that's looking for contact.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what side of the ball he's on.
I mean, he gave that safety a spinal tap. I mean, he ran over him. So that right now, I mean, I'm tipping my hat here. That is we're going to call that. We're going to call
the
that
leader
right
in
now.
the clubhouse.
We're just going to call it right now. That's it. Unless we get some major hit somewhere. That is going to be the bone crusher hit of the game, that run by Bryson Tatum, as he just annihilated the safety. And I'm not going to say the safety's name. Don't want to embarrass him, just in case Crandall folks are watching this. It was Herschel Walker, Bill Badish, if you remember that run.
Oh, yeah. Back to play now. The Pirates with a little swing pass left side.
Nice tackle.
Good coverage from Jacksonville.
Peter Torres, the senior for Jacksonville, making a nice tackle in the open field. 3rd down 6. As the bell tolls, you hear it. Get a stop here.
Jacksonville needs to bring some
Got
pressure.
Him.
They
Football.
do. The ball is out.
Oh, God.
The Pirates are back on it, but Jacksonville.
Oh, my goodness. Matthew Blankenship was
close.
right there for Jacksonville, the junior defensive end. He had a shot at it. The ball went right through Blankenship's legs. He didn't see it. And Crandall falls on it. That would have been huge, because now the outstanding punter, Brandon Perez, will come on to punt the football. McEwen for Jacksonville deep.
So a big stop.
They're going to milk this clock here.
10 seconds on the play clock. They'll go ahead and snap it away, though. And McEwen will call for the fair catch at about the 32. Has to go down to his knees to make it, but he does.
It's reasonable. I mean, your defense got you stopped. They did their job. Now your offense. I mean,
you score quick here.
Well, yeah, you got to have a big play. I mean, it's either now or later. But, with 6:36, you really can't afford to have a 3 or 4 minute drive right here without getting an onside kick. I mean, if you can get a big score quick right here, then you can kick it deep and then see if your defense can get the ball back for you. 12-point differential right here, definitely something Jacksonville can do in 6:36. The JV did it last night in 1 minute. They had a major differential and they closed it. Let's see if the varsity can do it.
Trips left, 1 right, go the Indian receivers. Now emptied the backfield for Clater. He'll swing it out the left side to Tatum, and he's got a head of steam, and he checked it. That is Hinojosa, and he puts his head down. He's running like Bryson Tatum as he powers over somebody.
Well executed there, Aaron.
And he'll pick up the Bill McRae Ford first down.
You know, when you can lead your receiver like that, coming out of the backfield at that angle to where he doesn't have to break stride, and it's almost like a handoff. You just flip it to him, and he can not break stride. Boy, you get that forward momentum, and what happens? You get a first down.
Slater now looking to his left, firing slant route, got his man.
Mello.
And he's hit almost immediately is Claiborne, but able to hold on.
Third catch of the night, I believe, for the freshman. One freshman we haven't seen yet is Jaden Boyd. I'm kind of surprised that Boyd hasn't been gotten any carries, been in the game tonight. Oh, he's got a knee. Okay, I'm getting some word from Kobe Duran here that Jaden Boyd has kind of a knee thing going, so okay.
2 each way. This time go the receivers as Clater fires out to the right. First down yardage to McEwen as he makes his way down inside the Crandall 35 to 34.
Clock will get turned back on once they get the chains down. We're at 5:29. Chains aren't set yet. They started the clock.
Clock's
Come on,
already
clock
running.
keeper. Give me 5 seconds, man. What are you doing? They turned the clock on. This is a home game.
So you got to go even quicker now if you're Jacksonville as Clater looks to his right, fires, got a man, got to get out of bounds, stop the clock. They will.
And a first down.
And another Bill McRae Ford first down.
Devin McEwen stepping up. It's been a physical ball game where McEwen's taking some shots, and a moment ago when he had that jet sweep, I mean, he got up really gimpy and he just shook it off. Very physical, tough kid, Devin McEwen. So first down, Jacksonville stops the clock with 5:01 at the Crandall 23.
Well, 5:07, Matt.
5:07. Okay. The goalpost block.
We need a few more seconds back, but that's another story. And this is another completed pass to Rivers.
I said Dontrell.
Dontrell Session. No, Latrell Rivers.
It's going to take me a few games to get Dontrell out of my system.
That's all right. But
yeah.
He steps out of bounds
that's actually Casey Kennedy.
Oh, Casey. Yeah, there's that 2 and 3
Check
reversal.
That. Yeah, good spot. Thanks, Todd.
Way to go, Todd. So Casey with the catch. Stops the clock. Actually, he stayed in bounds. The clock's running.
Well, they're going to say he did. It looked to me as though he stepped out.
I thought he did.
Plater going to look left, fire, complete.
McEwen, first down.
First down yardage.
First down. Let's stop the clock here as they get the chains, and don't start the clock until it's time. Man.
They'll make their way with the chains. And
now it's started. I got to have a talk with Raydell. Raydell, come on now.
Yeah, 4:30 and counting. They're just now setting the chains.
I love Raydell. He's awesome.
Plater takes the snap, fakes the handoff, keeps. Right side running, touchdown Jacksonville.
So with 4:12 remaining, the Fightin Indians close it to a one-score game. Clater on the zone read keeps it from 6 for the score. They'll send out Santos Aguilar. Casey Kennedy will hold. So to try to make it a 5-point game, going for 2 here, I mean, it doesn't matter. Just go ahead and kick it.
Yeah.
You still got to get a touchdown. Unless you get 2 safeties like Crandall did. Oh, no.
Oh.
Bad snap.
Kennedy got to pick this one up and run with it, and they'll
nice flip.
Trip him up. Yeah, he flips ahead looking for yardage, but not nearly enough.
And the judges go across with 8s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
And so.
Didn't matter.
4:12 to go here in the fourth quarter. Our score now, Crandall 31, Jacksonville 25. And here's an instant replay brought to you by Whataburger. Matt, let's take a look.
Well, just a good fake right there, ball fake. And Clater keeps it, pulls it, goes around the edge, got a good block, seal block on that outside by that right tackle over there. I believe it's Zalatil. That's what you got to do. You got to pin that guy. Whether Clater's going to hand it off or not, pin your guy inside so Clater can go around him for the score.
Yeah, big shout out to the JHS media crew for the instant replay. We're still getting used to that, but good to get another look at that score. And so with the score, it's now Crandall 31, Jacksonville 25. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Fightin' Indian Football on JHS-sports.com.
Dr. Darwin Dar and his staff at Dar Chiropractic specialize in family chiropractic care, exercise rehab, digital x-rays, nutrition and weight loss programs, decompression, and chiropractic wellness care. Located down the street from the Tomato Bowl, Dar Chiropractic. They can help you feel better.
And we're back. Jacksonville, Matt brought it within one score.
Hey,
and anything happens here. Can happen
the
here.
onside
The onside kick, left side. It takes a nice bounce, going to roll to midfield, but Jacksonville kind of stopped and watched it, and it looks like Crandall's going to dive on it.
Oh, man.
And
just a short, Aguilar, you got to go 10, baby. And Wayne Coleman's going to talk to him, and you got to go 10 with it. Come on now. You can't go 5. You got to get it down there.
And, the hands team, everybody knew that, and so, of course, they just had to stop and wait and hope it rolled 10 yards, but by that point, Crandall's all over it.
So Jacksonville will get the penalty. And, by the way, we want to thank one of our major sponsors, JISD, Jacksonville Independent School District, They do such a great job at this venue, but just educating our kids. And, their motto is whatever it takes to educate.
Hey, especially this year.
Oh, my gosh. Think of all the stuff that the JISD had to do to educate children. It's just incredible. The online, coming into the classroom and making sure everything's clean every day. What a challenge that the JISD stepped up. I'm so impressed with the job that Dr. Chad Kelly did with his staff and getting everything ready for our kids. So the JISD, we want to thank them for being one of our sponsors for these broadcasts. So here's Crandall after the penalty, and Wayne Coleman now discussing the placement where the ball is supposed to be, and it ends up at the Jacksonville 40-yard line for Crandall.
So Abram is in the backfield. He gets the handoff, and he's dragged down right back about the original line of scrimmage.
So Abram's been kind of quiet in this second half, as the defense for Crandall's been, they've been putting up some points. 2 safeties and a pick 6. He hadn't had to work too much. Second down 10, no gain for Crandall.
3:41 and counting. The pitch is to Abram on the left side, and he's going to make his way around the end and pick up about 7.
Got to seal that edge over there. As soon as you see that pitch, man, you got to get out there and get outside contained and turn him back to the inside. Didn't do it, picks up 9. We'll call it actually an 8, third down 2. Here's your first big play of the game.
3:14 and counting. Jacksonville looking for a big stop. The Fightin Indian Band playing behind them. Crandall,
make some noise.
Crandall, of course, going to milk the clock as much as they can. 12 seconds and counting on the play clock. And now the snap. And a quarterback keeper, and Jacksonville had him in the backfield.
Good grief, Amoli. Had him stopped.
Had him short.
It was Cleaver. Cleaver just did. He had him, and he just didn't wrap up. Made contact, and he just did not wrap up. Again, these non-district games. You go back, you look at film. You're pointing to that opener, man, in district. You got to get that kind of stuff fixed.
Performance counts. Call the experts.
So, guys, it's time to start talking about our play of the game. And I hate to do that with 2:51 and you're down 1 score. So I'm going to hold that one because I'm hoping there's another play that we may be able to consider for the play of the game, huh?
Yeah, you hope so. But I've got a –
we've pretty much settled on our –
got a leader in the clubhouse, I think.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We got one, that's there. But I'm going to keep that in my hip pocket because I'm hoping that, we could maybe do a co-play of the game.
There you go.
But if it's a game winner, we may not – it's going to be the play of the game. So we already know that our Dar Chiropractic bone crusher hit of the week goes to Bryson Tatum on that punishing run in the second quarter. So we got that one. So first down, 2:51 remaining. Jacksonville only has 1 timeout remaining in the game.
So expect Abram get the handoff. He does. Runs around right in, still on his feet. churning down towards this 17-yard line where they'll spot him.
Kevin Hernandez with the tackle for Jacksonville, but man, he's trying to strip the ball, and in doing that, he allowed him to get about 5 more yards. You got to make the tackle. But boy, I'm telling you, Crandall has struggled running between the tackles in the second half, but boy, they are doing a number on Jacksonville. Once they get to the outside, they're just outrunning them on the flank. Uh-oh.
So this time a quarterback keeper, and inside the 10, pushed out of bounds, looking for the flag. Is Jacksonville, they got it?
Yeah. It was plain as day. Every coach in Jacksonville since 1974 was making that call. They were all screaming, holding the tackle. And you saw Latrell Rivers. Latrell Rivers.
Yeah.
Latrell Rivers, I promise we're going to get that right, Mom. Latrell Rivers shot the gap, and he just overran the quarterback that time, West, and West got to the outside, but then he got helped on the hold. So it'll stay first down, but more importantly, it's 2:02 and counting now. It's under 2 minutes to go in the ball game, and 10 on the play clock, so they can just milk it.
Yeah, Jacksonville, of course, with only one timeout left. Handoff is to Abram. Straight ahead he goes and gashes the Fightin Indians back down to the 16.
Number 4, Abram, ball carrier, tackle made by number 32.
This is where the strip drills come into hand. I mean, somebody stand him up, and the next guy come in and start punching that ball. You see the Cowboy game with Atlanta. You see the guy was number 52?
Yeah.
He punched 2 of them out. Not 1, but 2. He just went in there and just swung at the football. It's legal. Somebody go in there and swing at the ball.
1:15 and counting. 13 on the play clock.
Offsides.
And a handoff, right side running Abram. He's flipped at the 10.
Nice play, Caleb.
Big hit.
Yeah, Caleb made a nice play right there. Number 4, Abram's down. He's hurt. You're going to get offsides on Latrell Rivers. And so that's going to bring this play in Crandall's favor because he made a good run. They may decline that here, but more importantly for Crandall, their best running back is down on the Jacksonville sidelines, injured.
Yeah, and so
after a brutal tackle by Caleb Clayton by Jacksonville.
Yeah, so as Abram gets some attention, we'll step away for 30 seconds. You're listening to Fightin Indian Football on JHS-sports.com.
TMC joins the UT Health family. We're bringing a new vision of healthcare to East Texas, where the brightest minds in academics and medicine work together to treat the most complex health challenges and improve lives, where access to world-class medicine and cutting-edge technology will bring health, hope, and a brighter tomorrow. We are UT Health East Texas, advancing healthcare together.
And we're back as Chris Abram has been helped off. Looks like he might have just gotten the wind knocked out of him, guys.
He did. That's exactly what it was, Aaron. He ran off under his own power pretty well. So and he just got flipped and came down and got the wind knocked out of him. And now Wayne Coleman has just burned his final timeout. So, guys, it's third down, 2 to go. The football's good. Looks like it's going to be spotted at the have they spotted the ball yet?
No, they haven't put it down. I think it's either the 9 or the 10.
Yeah, they're going to be – I think it's going to be the 9 of Jacksonville.
9-yard line. Yep. There you go. So 1:07 remaining.
As most of you know, Ricky and I practice law right next to the heart of Jacksonville.
And
right next to the historic Tomato Bowl.
Backs against the wall. I mean, who can come in there and swing and punch that ball out? You got to have something big happen. You don't have any timeouts. Tough.
The office on a Friday evening and walk across the street to enjoy Indian football. And there's one message more important than all. Go Indians.
So back to play, 1:07 to go here in the fourth quarter. Jacksonville out of timeouts, trailing 31-25. And this time, handoff. Left side running. They got the corner again. They got the end zone again, Matt.
Yep.
They've been doing it all night, beating the Indians on the flanks.
This is good for Jacksonville to see this now. to see what they need to work on defensively. It's the same thing as last year, guys. They just have not had the physicality to get off blocks, get to the edge, turn the running back into the teeth of the defense. It's that simple. And you got to give Crandall credit. They're manhandling them, and Jacksonville's just been unable to get off the block. Here's the extra point.
Kick is on the way.
He missed. No, he got it.
It's good. So with 59 seconds to go in regulation, our score now Crandall 38 and Jacksonville 25. We'll take 30 seconds and come back. You're listening to Jacksonville Fightin Indian Football on JHS-sports.com.
Dr. Folden, Dr. Westbrook, Dr. Rutherford, and their dental team at All Smiles provide a wide range of dental services. This includes cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, implants, and cosmetic dental care. Call and schedule your appointment at 903-586-0741.
Bill McRae Ford has been serving East Texans since 1976. They can help you find the best deal on a used car, or if you're ready to purchase something new. Open Monday through Saturday. Bill McRae Ford. Come see us.
If you walk through the Tomato Bowl, you've seen the beautiful large photos and arrowheads as well as signage around the stadium. Eric and Kathleen Stanfield can print large format images on metal, glass, and wood, and they do a lot more. Visit their showroom and see for yourself. Congratulations in Jacksonville, sponsors of the Play of the Game Award.
And we are back live at the Tomato Bowl, downtown Jacksonville. 59 seconds to go in regulation. Jacksonville trailing Crandall by a score of 38-25, and Matt, the Crandall Pirates just found their rhythm tonight, and Jacksonville raced out to the 12-0 lead, and it was looking good. But Crandall had a they had in mind what they wanted to do, and it's been a lot of hard running and a lot of running to the corners.
Well, the biggest change in the ballgame happened in the third quarter when they got 2 consecutive safeties. I mean, that's the thing that really, I think, to me, emotionally took the wind out of Jacksonville's sails. They just never have recovered from that. And, they had a nice drive a moment ago, 67-yard drive in 11 plays. That was great, but they dug themselves a hole. And, my goodness, when you have a ball control team like Crandall, you're not going to be able to come back from that. So, very frustrating because, a lot of times it's just about a 2 or 3 minute window sometimes that can change the whole ball game, and that's what happened to Jacksonville.
Intercept.
Player looks right, fires, and it's intercepted.
Yeah, Patrick threw that ball into coverage, and again, just not a good throw. I mean, I got to call it like it. I don't know what he was watching, but he clearly didn't see the linebacker coming over into the zone, and he dropped it over the top and just trying to make something happen. Not blaming Patrick. He's just trying to make a completion, and that'll be one that he'll watch and say, I shouldn't have thrown it. So now it'll be Crandall with probably just a victory kneel, I would assume, here with 46 seconds to go. Stay with us. We'll have our All Smiles post-game interview with Wayne Coleman after the conclusion of this ball game, after he talks to his team, and we'll be announcing our other post-game awards sponsored by some of our great sponsors. Victory kneel. That ought to do it, guys. A game that, again, changed in just a matter of – what was that window when they got the 2 safeties? Wasn't it about on the game clock I'm talking about? Wasn't it something like 3 minutes?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it was 2 safeties in within 3 minutes, and then you could just see Jacksonville just kind of wilt, and not really be able to recapture the emotion that they had so much of in that first quarter. So Crandall wins it 38-25 at Tomato Bowl in the season opener. Next week, we'll be right back here at Tomato Bowl. Cleburne comes in, and Cleburne I saw was playing Hallsville earlier, and they were beating them at the half. I think it was 21-3 at the half. Cleburne over Hallsville, one of Jacksonville's opponents in district.
Jacksonville Fightin Indians 25, Crandall Pirates.
Interesting to see how they handle.
Yep, they're just going to wave and
post-game handshakes are going to be done about 10 yards apart.
Interesting.
It's not like they hadn't been hitting each other for the last 3 hours.
It's kind of awkward.
We didn't have any contact at all.
It's kind of awkward, you've been hammering people and you've been hammering guys and then you just wave at them. So Crandall celebrating the win, and Jacksonville now will gather around their head coach, Wayne Coleman, and visit with him. And guys, it's time to announce our post-game awards. Been thinking about this, and the offensive player of the game, sponsored by Austin Bank, your hometown community bank. The offensive player of the game for Jacksonville is Dino Hinojosa. Thought about the number of yards that he had and the catches he made after the runs after the catches, guys, and just had some hard running. So the senior Dino Hinojosa gets the Austin Bank offensive player of the game. Defensive player of the game, this is tough because Jacksonville really had so many guys contribute defensively, but Bryson Tatum had a heck of a game, so Bryson Tatum will be the Austin Bank defensive player of the game. We already announced the Dark Chiropractic player of the game, also Bryson Tatum. Such a great player for Jacksonville. Now, guys, for the play of the game. Aaron, you know which one it was.
Carmelo, 95 yards.
The freshman, playing 8th grade football at this time last year, comes up on the varsity, has 3 really nice catches tonight in his debut, and the freshman with the play of the game, sponsored by Congratulations. Appreciate Congratulations sponsoring the play of the game. Carmelo will get a nice award trophy from Congratulations for his efforts tonight. And let's don't forget, Patrick Clater threw a pretty nice ball, too, on that touchdown pass. So, tradition, Jacksonville goes over and salutes the band in the south end zone. And now Wayne Coleman will talk to his team, and then we'll get his comments on the All Smiles post game. So whenever you get the stats fired up, Todd, you can go, and then until we get Coach Coleman.
All right. Sounds good.
By the way, these are sponsored by Randy Gorham CPA.
Stats for Jacksonville tonight. We finished with 394 yards of offense on 64 plays, averaging 6.2 yards per play. We had 351 yards passing on 26 completions, 2 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. And rushing tonight, we had 23 attempts for 43 yards. The 4 turnovers were all interceptions tonight.
Yeah, plenty to work on.
Lots of room to improve in there. Our leading rusher tonight, Dominic Hinojosa, had 8 carries for 22 yards. And McEwen had 3 carries for 20 yards. And Bryson Tatum, 3 for 14. Receiving, Carmelo Claiborne had 3 catches for 118 and 1 touchdown.
Not bad for a freshman in his first varsity game,
Pretty
guys.
good start tonight, yeah. Hinojosa had 7 catches for 85 yards. McEwen had 6 for 55. Rivers had 5 catches for 55 and 1 touchdown. Casey Kennedy had 2 catches for 16. Luke Williams, 1 for 9. Darian Jones, 1 for 7. And Isaiah Mallard, 1 catch for 6. So a lot of different receivers caught the ball tonight. Some stats for Crandall. They finished with 57 plays on offense for 356 yards, with 165 yards passing, 191 yards rushing. Their leading rusher was Chris Abram, who carried 31 times tonight for 154 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that seems about right. It seemed like he was touching the ball every time
Just
we turned
about every
around.
play, wasn't it? And their leading receiver was DeAndre Bowman with 4 catches for 97 yards and 1 touchdown on the long pass completion that he had.
So a tough night for the Fightin Indians, guys, but lots to work on, Matt, as you said, but that's what these early season games are for.
Yeah, they are. There's a lot of things that are hard to simulate in practice. You have to play football games to get some of these situations like that. So now coaches have broken, and let's get with the players, and let's get Coach Coleman's comments. And tough night at Tomato Bowl, but again, first game, a lot of things that changed the format of things. Safeties, we'll talk to Coach Coleman about some of those situations here in just a moment. As he demasks. Here he comes. Yeah, I understand.
Somebody spit on the inside of my field.
Coach, I mean, you had more yards tonight. You had more total yards than them, but we all know that, stats are for who,
Yeah.
And so, but the telltale difference in the game to me was that those two safeties in that 3 or 4 minute window right there really just took the wind out of your sails.
Field position was really big in the third quarter. I mean, most people don't know this. Our punter hurt his knee in the first half. So, there was a time there in the second half we took a chance on 4th and short. But you got to execute 4th and short. So, got some kids banged up. No excuses. They played better than us. They played cleaner. Usually in the first game of the season, the team that plays the cleanest comes out on top, and they played much cleaner than us tonight.
And we talked about in the broadcast about how there's so many things that are hard to simulate in a game. You go down on the practice field and you try to simulate some of those things, get on the field before 40 seconds runs out on the kickoff. I mean, all these things that are hard to work on. And, boy, wow, it showed in some things, but it's a first game.
Well, what happens is kids, you start getting 1 or 2 or 3 kids hurt or cramped or whatever, and that's usually because they're playing a lot of ball, which means they're on the special teams. And so now then you're trying to put together your kickoff team to go out there and execute an onside kick or whatever, but you only got 10 guys because one guy's over here cramping. So now you're grabbing a guy late, you're throwing him in there, and by the time you get him out there, now your kicker's rushed. It screws up the whole plan. Injury substitutions is huge early in the season, and we've got to do a better job of it.
Your offense always takes what the defense gives them, and I know at first you really wanted to get the running game going, and it did. I mean, Dino ran really well. You had some good runs by Bryson, but then the things started happening where you had to throw the ball, and boy, Crandall did a good job and squatted on a lot of things, and Patrick had the 4 picks, but it kind of covers up some of the great throws that he made too. So I was really pleased with the way the offense, 356 yards of throwing the football was pretty good.
Yeah, anytime you throw the ball that many times, you're risking turnovers.
Yeah.
And sometimes, in the second half, we got into a situation where we had to throw into coverage. There was a couple times I looked up and it was 3rd and 20 or something like that. And, you put the defense in an advantage when you do that. So we had some picks, but I thought Patrick played great.
Yeah.
Couple missed throws, but other than that, there was a lot of pressure on him tonight.
First game stuff. I mean, that's what we saw tonight. First game stuff. Next week you get to come back with Cleburne. What do you know about them?
Not much. They've got a group of seniors this year that, like 12 of them started as sophomores. So they're coming into their 3rd year of varsity football.
They were beating Hallsville pretty good earlier.
Yeah, they've got a good team. This is their team. This is the team that they really feel like is going to have a special year for them. So that's tough on our schedule. That was a good football team we just played. That wasn't no patsy. I mean, that team went 3 or 4 rounds deep. So that's
26 Letterman coming back at their quarterback.
Yeah, that's a good football team we just played, and we're sitting there in the 4th quarter, 6 points down with a chance, to make a play and win the game. So I'm not too down on our kids.
No, I really liked the way it was a physical game, and your receivers took some shots, but they kept coming back. And I know that some of them got to hydrate a little bit more. That's something they got to learn to get these cramps out. What do you work on this week to get ready for next week?
I told the kids I'm very disappointed in the special teams, and I want them to think that because I want them to understand that how big a part of the game it is. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you take that for granted. And a lot of our special teams problem was injury substitutions. So we've got to develop depth there like we have on the offensive and defensive side. We got to have depth on the special teams developed and just cut back on the mistakes, understand how valuable it is to take care of the football.
Coach, thanks. We'll talk to you this week.
Thank you, Matt.
Head coach Wayne Coleman here on the All Smiles postgame report. Aaron, back to you.
Thanks, Matt. The Fightin Indians will be back at it here at Tomato Bowl in a week's time with a lot to work on, guys, but we're glad to be back, glad to be playing high school football again. We're glad all of you could join us tonight and hear and see all the action. I want to thank again Lee Traylor and the JHS media team for helping us out, letting us tie in with the video this year, and they have done a fantastic job. So we'll be looking forward to bringing you all the sights and sounds of Jacksonville's 6 home games this season. Next on the schedule will be when Cleburne comes to town in a week. For now, that'll do it from the Tomato Bowl. Thanks for tuning in to JHS-sports.com. For Matt Montgomery, Todd Travis, and our producer Ryan Travis, this is Aaron Swink saying, enjoy your weekend.